Welcome live to the Spectrum in Philadelphia, where tonight the New York Rangers meet the Philadelphia Flyers. Hello, everyone, and welcome to New York Rangers hockey. Sam Rosen along with John Davidson. And for the first time in more than a week, the New York Rangers are in the Eastern time zone.
It's strange, you know. We don't have to run out and find some Chinese food after the game or anything. We can go home.
And for the first time in a long time, the New York Rangers are challenged for first place in the Eastern Conference.
Well, it's very interesting. The Rangers #1 because they have more wins thus far than New Jersey does, and that's the first tiebreaker. Montreal's ranked #2 because they lead the other division in the same conference. And as you see, it's a great match. It's a great match with both the Rangers and New Jersey. It's been fun, and it's becoming a little more interesting. And Saturday night in New Jersey, that'll be a beauty with the Rangers there.
Certainly the battle is on as to who the teams will play in the first round of the playoffs. If the playoffs started tonight, this would be the matchup.
Well, there's a distinct difference between playing, I think, Florida and Buffalo. Buffalo's a much more experienced team, and with full credit to Florida for what they've done this season. But remember, they are our first year team, and if they do make it, I think that they shouldn't be nearly as tough as Buffalo. Could be dead wrong on that, but you should be rewarded for finishing first.
So the race is on with only 8 games remaining. The Rangers barely ahead of the New Jersey Devils. We spoke with Coach Mike Keenan and Captain Mark Messier about the importance of reaching first place.
Sure, it's important to us. As I said, we've worked very diligently to put ourselves in this position. Any coach in the league would like to have a .650 winning percentage, to have our record, to be the best road team in the league, to have accumulated the wins that we've had at home. Certainly we have a run at it again, and we should take advantage of it.
We know it's going to be a tough month for us, and I think we played pretty well. I think the Devils just played incredible. I think they've only had 1 loss in their last 18 games, and they've made some ground up on us. But, you know, it's an 8-game race now. We feel good, and we're going to go for first place.
And, of course, there's that big matchup in New Jersey Saturday night between the Rangers and the Devils. Here in Philadelphia, Flyers would just be happy to get #8 spot. They're out of playoff position right now.
Well, yes, certainly they're 4 points out. You see the amount of games they have left with 8 remaining, same as Florida, 1 less than Washington. A lost weekend for Philadelphia. Big loss in New Jersey, where everybody's been losing lately, and, of course, their loss at home to Anaheim. The biggest key, though, is their 3 forwards. Mark Recchi, again, another 100-point season, the 3rd of his career. Lindros has 90 points. Brind'Amour has 88. And a lot of times they'll play on the same line. Sometimes they don't. Recchi's been moved to center ice a lot to try and give them some scoring balance. Sam, this is a team that has had good special teams in the second half of the season. A lot of power play goals.
Right.
But 5-on-5, they haven't been scoring. In fact, Lindros just comes off a weekend where he said he played and tried to work on his team defense. He didn't get a point offensively, and that hurts them. They're big. Lindros is big. And remember, the Rangers have had good success in the last 2 games at Madison Square Garden against Lindros, but Nemchinov did the majority of that work, and of course Sergei's not playing in this one.
The biggest weakness for the Philadelphia Flyers in goal, where there's been inconsistency and a lot of goals against. Over the last 8 games, they've given up 35 goals.
It's the idea of bad goals against, which has really hurt this team in crucial situations. I saw Sal Messina arrive for the game, and the Philly people went, "Sal, did you bring your equipment?" That's how bad things have gotten in Philadelphia in goals. No confidence right now with their goaltenders at all.
Mike Richter has brought his equipment. He'll start for the Rangers in goal. Tommy Soderstrom for the Flyers will be set to go in just a moment. Fourth meeting of the season between these 2 teams. Flyers won the first one here at the Spectrum, and the Rangers won the next 2 at Madison Square Garden. And after resting on Sunday, Mike Richter is back after the win that would tie him for the all-time Rangers record for wins by a goalie in a single season, held by Eddie Giacomin with 37. Tommy Soderstrom did not play the last game on Sunday, bothered by back problems. He had started the previous 4 games and was 2-2 in those 4. He's 2-3 since being recalled from Hershey, but a tough season for Tommy Soderstrom. Only 5 wins after winning 20 last season.
I think that's one of the main problems the Flyers have had. Certainly Don Kaharski gets the call as our referee. Pierre Champoux and Ron Finn, back from a bruised kidney after missing a couple of weeks of action, will be the linesman.
As John mentioned, the Flyers have lost their last 2. They are 2-4-2 in their last 8. The Rangers 2-1-1 on this road trip, which winds up tonight. And the Rangers then will go home and not play again until Friday night.
This ends 15 games and 29 nights for the Rangers, so it'd be nice to get it over with for them, a win. And Kocur starts with Mark Messier in place of Glenn Anderson on the #1 line against Lindros, mainly because, well, Brown's on the right side against Graves.
Okay. Leach battling Lindros. Leach and Bukaboom on defense. Messier, Graves, and Kocur up front. With the puck, Rod Brind'Amour trying to get it to Lindros, went right through him and all the way down the ice, and Soderstrom has to come out to play.
Lindros wide open because he plowed into Brian Leach and just knocked Leach flying aside. Lindros showing that he's a little feisty early in this one. The Flyers have been criticized in print, on the radio, everyone talking about it for not playing with much passion, even though they're in a desperate fight for the playoff spot.
Messier got taken down by Gary Galley. There's a penalty called on the Flyers, and 37 seconds into the game, the Rangers have a power play. Mike Keenan's lineup, there was a slight change in Winnipeg. He's gone back to the lineup that won in Vancouver. Messier, Kovalov, Tikkanen, and McTavish down the middle. Back into the lineup comes Jay Wells after the headaches that he had from the elbow he took from Sean Antoski. Gary Galley in the penalty box at 37 seconds, and the Flyers will be shorthanded.
Here's Mark Messier down on the ice, and Gary Galley put him there. Rangers ranked #1 again on the power play, 7 for 22 thus far on the road trip. Jay Wells, by the way, when he went down after that elbow, hit his jaw, the chin on the ice. And that's one of the reasons why he missed the game in Winnipeg. It was pretty stiff and sore.
Flyers penalty killing has given up only 3 power play goals over the last 6 games. They've been good. Rangers have Kovalov, Larmer, and Matteau with Zubov and Leach for the power play. Kovalov holding, forced back. Mark Lamb, number 22, with Al Conroy, number 15. Yves Racine, number 29, and Rob Zettler, number 26 for Philadelphia. Puck bounces off the ledge. Larmer's got it in the corner, checked by Racine. Matteau checked there by Zettler. Larmer to Kovalov, looking toward the net. Matteau is in front. Leach sneaking in. Shot by Kovalov goes wide. And Kovalov had the long shot for a power play goal against Winnipeg on Sunday.
Kovalov can take shots with Matteau getting in front of the net with all his size.
Puck kept in by Zubov. Matteau's in the corner. Back passes to Zubov. Zubov turns his shot, blocked by Lamb, but a whistle in front. An interference call, I believe, on Steve Larmer.
Larmer or Matteau, one of the two, and I believe it was a bump with the goaltender. Larmer will go. Mike Keenan used the power play unit of a line that's a line at regular strength. That's Kovalov at center, Matteau on the left, Larmer on the right. Kovalov had a couple of shots attempted, and then finally a power play will be coming up with, trying to figure out how much time is left. 1:03 is left on the penalty to Gary Galley. See in front of the net? Oh man, there was hardly a little tap. I didn't even, well, Don Koharski was a lot closer than we were, had a much better view of it than we did. And Larmer's in the box.
Larmer for interference at 1:34, so the team skate 4 aside, and in 1 minute, Flyers will have the man advantage. Lowe and Zubov on with Tikkanen and McTavish for the Rangers. Good hit by McTavish on Yuskevich. Lowe plays it toward the net. There's Tikkanen trying to get it to McTavish. Yuskevich broke it up. Shot by McTavish was blocked. McTavish has it again. Yuskevich, number 2, chasing him. Now it's Zubov, pressed by Rob DeMaio, who came over from Tampa Bay. Yuskevich with a good hit on Tikkanen. McTavish circling with the puck. Drops it off for Zubov in deep. Zubov against Yuskevich. Zubov plays it toward the net. Saves Soderstrom, and he covers up.
Well, there's some good work. Good work by Kevin Lowe, Zubov, McTavish, and Tikkanen. One pass that went across from Kevin Lowe to McTavish was such a great pass that McTavish wasn't even ready for it. Completely surprised him, and he couldn't get around to get the good shot on goal. That was great 4-on-4 action in the offensive zone by the Rangers without getting themselves a quality shot.
26 seconds left in the penalty to Gary Galley. When he returns, Flyers get the power play.
It's kind of what you call cycling here. People filling into the open space after you vacated that space with a puck. You see that? Tikkanen now moves in, takes a good check from Yuskevich, but shows some strength to keep control of the puck to give it to McTavish. The Rangers really worked that one side of the ice. See the cycle again? Zubov jumps into the spot where McTavish was. Credit the Flyers, too. With all that action, they never gave up a good scoring chance to the Rangers.
Rod Brind'Amour has been the hottest of the Flyers with 11 goals in the last 10 games. It's on number 17 with Eric Lindros, number 88. Richter steering it around the boards. 2.5 minutes gone by in the first. There's no score in the game. Zettler playing it across in 5 seconds. Flyers get the extra man on. Puck slides into the corner. Messier is there. Fires across to Adam Graves. Now the man is on. Galley is back, and the Rangers are shorthanded. Flyers' first power play of the game. 45 seconds to go in Larmer's penalty. Gary Galley, number 3, has had an outstanding year. The leading offensive defenseman for the Flyers. Leach was beaten by Recchi. Save Richter. Beauty. As Recchi burst by Leach. A beautiful save by Mike Richter.
First save, a big one. A real big one for Richter here in his hometown.
Galley drives it in. Richter comes out. It's past him. Lindros will play it. Intercepted by Kevin Lowe. Lowe tries to move it. It slides by Recchi out of the zone. Pushed ahead. Good effort on the play by Glenn Anderson, who's come on. 10 seconds to go on the power play for Philadelphia.
Rangers look sharp early, Sam. I think much sharper than Winnipeg. They didn't play bad in Winnipeg, but just weren't sharp with the puck around the net and doing little things. Here they've done some real good things, getting to loose pucks. They've killed the penalty off now. So far, so good.
And again, the puck went past Lindros and out of the zone. Second time, teams are back at full strength. Larmer with a hit, takes it away, but shot it high and off the glass. Larmer with a real good hit on Yves Racine. Here comes Kovalov down the slot. He shoots, and it was knocked down in the crowd. Seemed to hit Larmer, and then the puck was moved by Recchi. Recchi along the boards to Brindamore, who clears the zone.
I think 15 of the last 29 games, Philadelphia has given up the first 2 goals of the game. And here the Rangers look by far the sharpest team. However, it's Richter that's made the best save.
4:05 gone by.
The speed of Mark Recchi really shows at times, and watch him just burst through the middle here, grab the puck, and he really does a nice job controlling the puck. And then a good shot. Richter well out to make the nice save. Recchi now has 2 consecutive 100-point seasons. He's had 3 in his career now, and it's really something the way he plays night after night.
Absolutely.
And he likes center ice now, Sam, more so than the wing.
Last time in New York, John, he seemed a little unsettled and unsure of himself. But right now, I agree with you that he's settled down and seems to be playing a lot better at center ice.
He said he played junior on the wing. However, when injuries were there, he played quite a bit of center ice. He's really enjoyed it.
Kovalov taken out of the play by Joseph Baranek, but a whistle and a slashing call made by Don Koharski on the Flyers. No, Dineen. So the Rangers get their second power play chance early in the game. We've only played 4:31. Dineen goes into the penalty box.
And it looks like Don Koharski in refereeing this game is jumping on it early to try and make sure things stay under control. You'll see a lot of the real good referees do that. Real tight early, then let the reins go a little bit and let the players play. So the Rangers have a chance here. They were 1 for 7 in Winnipeg, and really felt with their 5-on-3s that they didn't score on. That was one of the major differences in the game. So this is their second power play here, and they have a chance to get themselves an early lead if their power play works.
Rangers power play has come through in each of the last 4 games. 0 for 1 tonight. They've had 7 power play goals in the last 4 games. They've scored power play goals in 22 of the last 24. Graves is checked along the boards by Dave Tippett. Yves Racine fires out. Rangers have Zubov and Leach playing the points. Messier, Graves, and Noonan up front. Rod Brindamore, number 17. Dave Tippett, number 14 for Philadelphia, with Rob Zettler and Yves Racine. Soderstrom comes out. Puck by him. Messier to play it. Messier checked by Racine, who takes it away. Leach stops it, feeds Zubov. Zubov looks, back to Leach. Takes the shot, deflected on the way in. Racine's got it and clears it. Little over 5 minutes gone by in the first. No score in the game. The lead for Noonan, knocked away nicely by Racine. He's had a couple of good plays on this shift. Lead for Graves, broken up by Racine and cleared by Zettler.
Yeah, Racine reading the plays very well during the first minute of this power play. Read where the puck was going near his own blue line 3 or 4 times. Real good defensive plays.
Mark Lamb, number 22. Al Conroy, number 15, have come on for Philadelphia with Dmitry Yushkevich and Stuart Malgunas. Nice rush by Kovalov. Malgunas checks him. Puck loose in the corner. Deflected by Larmer. Kovalov, nice effort to push it across, but the point had been vacated, and Matteau retrieves it with 42 seconds to go on the Rangers' power play. Kovalov bangs with Conroy. Conroy goes down. Zubov has the puck. Moving in, feed to Larmer. Matteau's in front. Down low, Kovalov. Looking. Leach is cut in from the point. Larmer has the puck. Larmer winds up with a shot. Save. Rebound. Score. Alexei Kovalov. It's a power play goal.
The original shot may have been stopped by Soderstrom. If he stopped it, it's because he was in good position, yet he doesn't see it right here. But Matteau in front is the guy that grabs all the attention. He's got a man all over him, the big defenseman, I think Yushkevich, and Kovalov just picks up the loose puck. Yushkevich all over Matteau. The original shot is through. Soderstrom still hasn't seen it, and Kovalov taps it in. Matteau in front has been just super for the Rangers, especially on the power play. Again, Larmer's shot maybe doesn't get through, hits somebody. That's why Soderstrom didn't know where the puck was, and Kovalov jumps on it alertly. 1-0 Rangers.
5 goals in the last 7 games for Alexei Kovalov, who has really taken to the center position, the added responsibility, the added power play time.
Added ice time for a skilled player, and he's really enjoying himself, playing well. I don't know if he'll take faceoffs in this game with a sore wrist after the slash from Dave Manson. By the way, there'll be no suspension with that slash, Sam. That's been reviewed by Brian Burke. Just leave it exactly where it is. A 5-minute major for slashing has not been rescinded, and no suspension. So time just marches on. That thing is now forgotten.
Kovalov gets his 18th goal of the season. Across the line, Lindros with Recchi and Galley. The shot went wide. Larmer and Zubov get the assist at 6:05. Chalk up another assist for Sergei Zubov.
Now, here's an interesting line. Tikkanen and McTavish on the same line against Lindros.
Kyprios has come off the bench. McTavish has gone off. Lindros has gone to the bench as well. 12:50 to go in the first. Rangers leading 1-0. The puck into the Rangers bench stopping play. We'll step out for a moment with the Rangers leading 1-0 on a goal by Alexei Kovalov. That goal, Alexei Kovalov now stretches his point scoring streak to a career high 7 consecutive games. Here's what happened Sunday with the slash by Dave Manson. The swing on the wrist.
Ouch.
That hurt.
Looked like it right to the backside of the glove where there was no protection. Dave Manson is an aggressive player. He's been known as a person who uses his stick a lot. And myself, in watching that, Sam, I think it deserved a 5-minute major. That's it. I don't think any suspension should come down after seeing it. And to be bluntly honest, that's the first time I've seen it. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, it was a slash. There's no question about it. He was tossed. I think what he did was goad Joey Kocur into a misconduct, which Joey got for the yapping that was going on. I thought his comments were kind of stupid.
Just going to say that. Yeah, the one thing about Kovalov, if it was a North American player, he wouldn't have gone down. I mean, who makes him the spokesman of the National Hockey League, for one? And Kovalov, by the way, happens to be a very highly skilled player who's getting better with each day, and he's got an element of toughness. I mean, he's even dropped the gloves for the fight in Dallas and he took his helmet off to go with Dave Gagne in that one. I mean, I have a lot of respect for the way Kovalov plays, and he's learning to try and keep the stick down. He's done that a lot in the second half of the season, becoming a better player, and the teammates really appreciate his play.
Graves gets by Racine. The backhander stopped by Soderstrom. Good hit by Racine on Graves. Messier working against Mark Lamb. Drops it off for Jay Wells. Wells moving in. Lays it behind the net. Kyprios is the right wing now with Messier and Graves. And Racine trying to clear it. Graves denied him. Messier reaches in for the puck. It deflected. It hit Mark Lamb in the face.
Yeah.
It deflected up, popped up into the air, and caught Lamb in the face. And
Messier and Lamb, very good friends because of their days in Edmonton. Mark Lamb, a very gritty, hard-working hockey player who came over from Ottawa earlier in the season, and hopefully he'll be all right. Looks like he should be all right. He'll go to the locker room for repairs. He went down and the puck came straight up. Looks like it caught him on below the right cheekbone. Thankfully he turned away, and I hope it was down below the eye.
He didn't seem to be holding the eye, John. It was more around the nose or the mouth.
The right cheekbone, below the right cheekbone, hopefully.
Terry Simpson, he's been under some harsh criticism. There are some people who feel his job is in jeopardy. There's Mark Lamb being worked on in the runway.
No, he doesn't want to leave. He's that type of player, tough kid. Ed Snyder, the owner of the Flyers, has said that Mr. Farwell will be the general manager. It's up to him if he wants to retain Terry Simpson as coach. And he predicted, the owner, Mr. Snyder, that the Flyers would be in the Stanley Cup Finals in 1997.
Well, how about this rumor?
I want to see that magic ball.
I heard a rumor from
Bobby Clark,
a source, that Bobby Clark would return here and he would bring Terry Crisp in from Tampa Bay as his coach.
Come on, tell us your sources.
Oh, I can't. Can't do that. 11 minutes to go, first period. 11:05 on the clock. Rangers leading 1-0. The puck deflected off one of the players on the bench. There again is Mark Lamb in the runway.
See the welt on his right cheekbone, and he's coming back. That means that Josh should be all right. Oh my!
For him, he was
not lipstick.
Gritty character, and has been a good good addition for the Flyers. Sergei Zubov continues to step up. 68 assists. That is the 4th highest total ever for a New York Ranger in a single season. He now has 45 power play points. Wow. That's tied for 4th best in the league. That one hit the post. Gary Galley rocketing that shot that clanged off the post.
That was off the draw. Kovalov lost the draw, and I'm quite surprised. I believe he lost the draw. I'm surprised that he'd be taking them with the sore wrist.
He had told us prior to the game that he questioned whether he'd be able to take the draws. This one off the corner boards. Lindros going for it. They wipe off what would have been an icing. Good hustle by Fedek and Lindros.
An interesting matchup, Sam. Kovalov, Lindros, and the Rangers not worried about it. I think because Matteau and Larmer are so good defensively, and Bukaboom with his size out there, they're not worried.
Brindamore with a good play to block the pass of Brian Leetch. Leetch one-hands it up the boards. Galley pinches in. Kovalov swinging at it but missing. Brindamore looking for it. Leetch trying to lift it clear. Deflects into the crowd. Play stops. Good pressure by the Flyers on this show.
Absolutely. With Renberg and Brindamore and Fedek on the ice as a line, this is a spurty game so far, though. There hasn't been much flow. No more than 20-30 seconds of play, then all of a sudden we have another face-off. Here's Kovalov losing the draw to the much stronger Lindros. The shot by Galley rings right off the lower portion of the goalpost, beating Mike Richter. And the Rangers get themselves a break there. Again, surprised somewhat that Kovalov is taking draws, because you and I both know that he's got the sore wrist.
Rod Brindamore on the bench with 29 goals, 11 goals in the last 10 games. 7 of those on the power play. Jay Wells has the puck. He's paired with Alexander Karpovtsev, Messier with Anderson and Graves. So now 3 different right wings in the game for Messier. Wells was tripped up. Got back up. Karpovtsev moves it to Graves. Mark Lamb is back on. Messier trying to break through, being hooked from behind. Couldn't get a shot off. Zettler took him down. Penalty call. Good effort by Messier as he kept moving.
That's right, because there was not going to be a penalty called until the very end when Zettler finally pulled Messier down. Great pass by Graves to set up the rush.
NHL action is back on ABC, and this Sunday at 1 o'clock Eastern, it's the Boston Bruins and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Neutral site game in Cleveland. NHL Sunday showdowns on ABC.
There's the Adam Graves pass through the middle, and you see the hook. And another one to slow Messier down. No penalty to be called yet. Now, when Messier gets pulled down, Don Koharski's arm went up. Rangers on their 3rd power play.
They are 1 for 2. Shot by Zubov, tipped over the top by Matteau. Kovalov, Matteau, and Larmer with Zubov and Leetch for the power play. Fired across, but right to Dave Tippett, who clears it all the way down.
Zubov with a good shot again. Low, on goal. He trails Ray Bourque now, who leads all defensemen in scoring by only 11 points. Of course, Bourque out with a knee injury.
What a season. Kovalov, nice rush as he carries in nicely, sets it up. Tippett is there on him. Great skating by Kovalov. Zubov has the puck. Back to Kovalov. Looks toward the net. Down low, Larmer. Now Kovalov. Matteau battling in front against Yuskevich. Puck was deflected by Tippett. Brindamore skating it clear. Brindamore against Zubov. Brindamore all the way. Around the net. Still with the puck. And a whistle. The net was knocked off.
Tippett went to the net. Kovalov bumped into him and the net, knocking it off to Mooring. You know, Zubov almost tried to go to the loose puck. If he did so, it may have been a 2-man breakaway. If not, it would have been a 2-on-1 with Kovalov back. It was a giveaway by Kovalov inside the Flyers zone. So alertly, Zubov thought about it, stopped, and then got back. 2-on-2 and no shot on goal.
So what you're saying is he saw Kovalov was there and he said, I better help him, right?
See, he makes a pass. It's intercepted right here. Now, Zubov had come in. He stopped. Now he's heading back, seeing there's 2 Flyers heading out with a puck short-handed. Kovalov does a nice job catching up with Tippett. You can see him there. He's already caught him. And there was no shot on goal after the giveaway. Giveaways happen. It's what you do after them and how you try to recover.
Messier against Lamb for the face-off. 1:05 to go on the power play. Rangers leading 1-0 with 8:45 to go first period. Zubov in trouble with the puck, finally controls it. Trying to get it to Messier. Messier on with Graves and Anderson. Messier ran into Galley. They both went down. The puck cleared. Galley, Racine, Lamb, and Conroy from Philadelphia. Conroy with pressure on Zubov. Now he's chasing Leetch. Leetch to Anderson. Glenn Anderson slides it down the boards. Racine there to clear it out.
Rangers trying to carry it in, trying to make something happen inside the blue line. And the Flyers standing them up. There's been no dump in until just now.
Anderson was knocked down by Galley. Messier's got the puck. Leach sneaks in from the left point. Zubov shoots. Knocked down in front. I don't believe it got through. Anderson was taken down. The puck cleared out by Mark Lamb with 12 seconds to go on the power play.
Now, on that play, the dump in worked. Rangers got control, got the shot by Zubov. Interesting to watch Zubov shoot when he backs up. He still gets the accuracy and the real good hard shot backing up.
Noonan looking for Tikkanen. Off his skate. Would not have good. I don't know if it would have counted. It was off his skate and was directed toward the net. Teams are back at full strength. Rangers 1 for 3 on the power play. Richter stops that dump in by Malgunas. Kevin Lowe has his pass blocked, and he's tangled up with Rod Brind'Amour. Lindros looking for the puck. He's being worked over by Karpovtsev. And Karpovtsev really roughing him up and gets the penalty.
Yeah, not only did he keep shoving Lindros forward, but he kept holding him on. Holding on to him, pardon me, and Lindros kept working, much like Messier did at the other end of the ice to draw the Rangers power play. And Lindros kept working, and bang. Credit whoever it was that, well, you probably remember, I don't, whoever it was that went into Kevin Lowe, forcing the turnover.
Brind'Amour.
Brind'Amour, right. Now, Brind'Amour goes right into Kevin Lowe. You see, now the puck sits there. Now Karpovtsev has to battle with a big horse. Does a pretty good job of it for a while. Look at him. Pushing him forward, pushing him forward. But after a while, you can only hold on to a guy for so long, and Lindros kept trying to get away. So the penalty was called. Tikkanen's on the ice. Should mention that his daughter, Stephanie, in Edmonton, 8 years old today. Happy birthday to her from her father, Essa. I hear she got a new bike, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, quite a birthday.
Good one?
Yeah.
All right. Lindros has 6 shifts, Messier 5, and twice they've been on opposite one another. Right here, Lindros, Recchi, Brind'Amour, Galley, and Racine for the power play. Racine moving in, shooting, save Richter. 1-0 Rangers leading it. Second power play for the Flyers. They're 0 for 1. Stopped by Racine. Noonan with Tikkanen, Leach, and Bukaboom for the Rangers. Recchi with a back pass to Racine. On to Galley. Down low, Recchi. No, it was blocked by Leach.
Yeah,
saved by Leach.
There you
right. Go. Racine to Recchi.
What a nice pass that was.
Flyers moving the puck beautifully. Recchi down low. Brind'Amour. Now Recchi. Couldn't handle it. Recchi's got it again. Great puck control by the Flyers. Shot by Racine, tipped wide by Brind'Amour. To the puck, Brian Noonan, and he's able to clear the zone.
This power play has been operating at 23% for the second half of the season. That's right up with anybody in the league.
They're 5th in the NHL right now. They've scored power play goals in 10 straight games, and that one was just missed by Recchi. Recchi again tips it wide.
He missed the open net.
Galley indeed. Now Brind'Amour moves it to Recchi. Bukaboom on him. Leach moves it up the boards. Messier can't clear. Racine's got it. Now Lindros into the slot. Brind'Amour. Say it. No, he scores. It went in, out, and back in. And Rod Brind'Amour scores. And the Flyers have tied it 1-1. What a dynamic power play that was.
Admire the skill level, the puck control, the passing. The fans are standing here, and so they should. My goodness. They've used the entire offensive zone, the Rangers' defensive zone, and they just wore the Rangers penalty killers right out. That was some power play unit for a good length of time. Got the pucks, kept moving. Recchi was on one side of the ice, the other side of the ice, he missed open nets. They kept persevering, and it's now tied at 1.
Rod Brind'Amour hits the 30-goal mark. 13:57 the time of the goal for Brind'Amour. He has now scored 8 of his last 12 goals on the power play. Actually, 7 of his last 8 and 8 of his last 12. He has been red hot. Here's Zubov moving in. Shooting. Save by
What a
Sami.
pass by Kovalov.
Larber was taken down by Malgunas in front, but Koharski didn't see it. Dineen kicked the puck ahead, but a whistle stopped play. 5:32 to go in the first. The game tied 1-1. A real winner knows how to party right. Please use good sense when you drink. Know when to say when. A reminder from Budweiser. Third straight 30-goal season for Rod Brind'Amour. And look at the numbers. 12 goals in the last 11 games.
Well, they moved him from the center ice position, getting more ice time and scoring opportunities, taking advantage of it, obviously.
And playing with a big horse.
Oh, baby.
1-1 to score.
The Rangers looked like the better team at 5-on-5, but that power play, the last one, by Philadelphia was downright scary.
That was incredible. Moronic, who had a great start to this season, 23 goals in the first 36 games, then went 28 games without a goal. He's had 4 in his last 8 games. Moronic, number 42, on with Dineen, number 11. And Recchi, number 8. Chase for the puck. Larmer got there, but it was touched by Recchi first for an icing.
It would have been icing or two-line pass. As Kovalov, Matteau, and Larmer get a lot of ice time here in the first period. A lot of ice time with 4:51 to go.
A look at the Flyers bench. Frederick Chabot is the backup. Dominic Roussel bothered with the flu. Mark Recchi will join us live in the studio following the conclusion of the first period. Bob Page is standing by at the MSG Sports Desk. He'll have an update for us. And JD and I will look at first period highlights. The Knicks are in action tonight, looking for their 14th straight win as they play the Charlotte Hornets at the Garden. Here's Tikkanen. Of course, in hockey, some very important games with the Devils home against Montreal, the Islanders in Washington. Games that Bob will update you on. Puck moved by Jason Bowen was blocked by Tikkanen and picked up by Michael Renberg. Renberg, who's had a superb rookie season. Recchi across the line with Rob DeMaio. DeMaio goes in deep. Recchi was taken down by Karpovtsev, rather by Bukabul. Puck around the boards to Galley. Finds Jason Bowen. Bangs off the end boards. Recchi has it. Centering pass blocked by Leach. Played behind the net by Renberg and picked up by Brian Noonan. Out for Brian Leach. Leach dumps in. Just under 4 minutes to go first period. The Flyers goal was Brind'Amour, his 30th from Lindros and Racine at 13:57.
So Graves finishes a shift where he's not on Mark Messier's line. Now Messier comes on the ice with Anderson and Greg Gilbert on the left side. I think with so much specialty team play here in the first period, Mike Keenan is trying to get everybody into the game somewhat. Kyprios and Gilbert, some of the more defensive-minded wingers.
It's been a long goal-scoring drought for Mark Messier. His assists continue as he is the Rangers' best playmaker, bar none. But he hasn't been able to put the puck in the net.
He's similar to Gretzky. An assist means as much to him as a goal does, of course. Talked to Mark about the Winnipeg loss. He said that he had a breakaway when it was 1-0 Rangers and he didn't score. He felt that was one of the turning points in the game. And he said the other thing was they must have taken 30 shots that never got through to the net. Just didn't get through. He didn't feel they were real sharp. And in talking to Mike Keenan, he didn't feel the team was crisp around the net. That was one of the major differences in that game.
And when they were on goal, Cheveldae was terrific.
He was terrific, yes. Lindros, by the way, now he just got a dog. Well, now what kind of dog do you think he'd get? Not a poodle.
A retriever.
No, not a retriever, not a pit bull. A Great Dane.
Great Dane.
The thing's going to be so big, he's got to go buy a half-ton truck, a pickup truck, to be able to take it back to Canada in the summer.
Here he comes.
Calls him Zeus.
Zeus, huh?
Zeus, yeah.
A Greek god. Glenn Anderson waiting because Gilbert was stuck in the Flyers zone. Messier on. Puck pops up into the air. It's blocked by Racine, who's had a real good first period.
Was he ever?
Karpovtsev pulled around by Brind'Amour. Should have been a penalty. Nothing called on the play.
Icing, no. Karpovtsev gets up. Looks like he's all right.
Nothing was called here.
Right.
Watch this.
Karpovtsev goes back for the puck. Brind'Amour tries to get around him. That's a pretty good twisting, turning, knockdown, throwdown.
I think so.
Doc Kaharski was on the other side of the ice. Decided not to make a call.
3:13 to go first period. Rod Brind'Amour has started his NHL career in St. Louis. Slow start to this season, but I think that move to the wing really helped him. As John mentioned earlier, he has really come alive and he has been outstanding. Now has 89 points on the season. Lindros has 91 and Recchi has 100.
This could be the first time, or maybe I think as far as my memory goes, the first team in history to have 3 players score 100 points and not make the playoffs. Oh, if they don't.
That's right.
I mean, it's a big if, of course. They're still in the hunt. But it seems like everybody else has quit on them around Philadelphia.
4 points behind with those big games. They haven't been able to come through. Matteau, his pass off the skate of Yuskevich, and Malgunas has it for Philadelphia. Stuart Malgunas comes into the Rangers zone. Sergei Zubov back to get it. 2:45 to go in the first. Game tied 1-1. Each team with power play goals. Alexei Kovalov for the Rangers, Rod Brind'Amour for the Flyers. 2-line pass whistled against the Rangers stops play.
Former Ranger Per Juice. Remember him, the defenseman?
Sir.
Had a tryout recently with the Flyers after his season had finished over in Europe.
And
didn't make it. I know Doug Soutart called. He runs the Kansas City team in the IHL. He was wondering about Per, so I'm not exactly sure where he went, but he did try to hook on with Philadelphia late. Philadelphia not real happy with their defense. The Rangers trying to work that team deep. See Mark Lamb.
how about the story of Ryan McGill, who is he may not play the rest of the season because he's out of shape.
That's strange, isn't it?
Not in condition, said the coach. Failed his weight test.
No comment.
You have sympathy for people. Bowen's shot is stopped by Richter.
I got to talk to him how to manipulate scales.
Leach moves it up the boards.
Remember Bob Plager?
Yeah.
The Blues? He taught me how to do that.
Oh,
It's easy.
okay.
Put a penny at the back there. You wait on your heels at the back. Oh my.
You mean you're lighter if the weight
No, no comment. I should just leave that alone.
Puck side of the net. Recchi against Leach. Good battle. Rob DeMaio's got the puck now. Tikkanen checks him. DeMaio, one-time Islander. Tampa Bay Lightning. Now it's Michael Renberg. Hook checked away nicely. Good play by Bukaboom. Galley retrieves it. Just under 2 minutes to go in the first. Tied at 1. A chance for DeMaio went off his stick.
Rangers there were making a change. Bukaboom had gone to the bench. Nearly a breakaway. If the pass is there, it's a breakaway for the Flyers.
Rob Zettler, number 26, came over from the San Jose Sharks. Across the line, Brent Fedek got tripped up by Leach. Penalty call. Leach will go. Flyers power play.
The Rangers again were changing. And Leach did not have the speed backing up that Fedek had going forward. And he had Leach beat. Leach put his leg out to take the penalty. This power play may get another chance to strut its stuff here. Now watch Leach. He's right at the blue line. He's standing still, and there goes Fedek. And he's tripped up with the right leg of Brian Leach. Fedek had great speed through the neutral zone. Rangers twice, Sam, on that last shift, never got the puck deep. It just sat in the neutral zone once. It almost cost the Rangers a breakaway. And then the second time through, it cost them a penalty to Brian Leach.
Third power play for the Flyers. Leach for tripping at 18-20. Flyers 1 for 2, and here's the danger zone. Let's see if the Rangers make any changes in their penalty killing here.
Mark Messier talking things over with Don Kaharski, probably to do with that Karpovtsev play where he was pulled down by who was that?
Brindamore.
Brindamore, right. Here's the pass that almost clicks through the middle. Breakaway it would have been as the Rangers were changing on the right side. 29, and looking at Racine on the blue line. He's been good here. After he got knocked down twice early in the game, and it may have woken him up because he's been good.
Recchi toward the net. It was blocked. Messier went to the puck. Messier, Anderson, Lowe, and Zubov for the Rangers. Messier carrying it in. Racine takes it back from Philadelphia. Lindros, Recchi, and Brindamore up front. Offside Flyers. 1:21 to go in the first period. 1-1 the score.
This is a power play, it looks like, that has gone in the second half of the season, as we mentioned earlier, around 23%. But you cannot take chances on a power play like this. I don't think you should even think about looking for shorthanded goals. And when you get the puck in your own zone, don't even think about killing time with an additional pass. Get it out of the zone. This power play looks like it's too good to mess with.
Over the last 10 games, John, in which the Flyers have now scored power play goals in 11 straight, but in the previous 10, 13 for 39, 33%.
Great numbers. They've scored 50 now goals on the power play on home ice, 25 on the road. But this power play, I mean, you just mentioned how hot it is, so don't take chances. Get the puck down the ice as soon as you can, like there.
Lindros knocked it down with a great height. Recchi's got the puck. 1 minute to go in the first period. Gary Galley drives it in. Thus far, the Flyers unable to get set up in the Rangers zone. Around the boards, Racine got there to block it. Knocked away from Brindamore. Brindamore looking for it. So's Racine. Zubov is there to kick it loose, but Brindamore's back pass out of the zone. 40 seconds to go in the period. Mark Recchi moves in again. Lowe was there. Good play. Standing up the line. Zubov backhands it up in the air. Recchi knocks it down, but again, the Flyers unable to set up. And once again, Lowe takes it away, but he hit the linesman with a clearing attempt. Flyers have it back. Racine for Galley. Galley moves in. He turns and shoots. Deflected off of Kevin Lowe. Hit the glass. Hit the microphone. That's on top of the glass. That is technically outside the rink. So the puck will be whistled down for a faceoff.
It will stay inside, though, the faceoff, because it went off of Kevin Lowe. And a good alert call by Don Kaharski. The pass to Gary Galley through the middle. He wants to shoot. Lowe reads it. The puck hits him first and then caroms into the microphone behind Richter. So the face-off stays inside. Big face-off, 15.4 seconds to go. Tikkanen opposite Lindros. It could be a loose puck here. Tikkanen likes to do that, tie the other center up. See that?
Kicked it out, but Galley played it. Racine to Recchi. Recchi with 10 seconds. Down low, Lindros. Backhands it in front. Just missed by Brind'Amour. Great play.
Well, that's a dangerous power play. That is one good-looking power play for the Flyers as the period expires.
Rangers scored first. Power play goal by Alexei Kovalov. And then the Flyers answered back on a power play goal by Rod Brind'Amour. Mike Keenan, the one-time coach of the Flyers, back here for the second time as coach of the New York Rangers. Flyers head to their locker room, tied with the Rangers at 1-1. Mark Recchi joins us in a moment. Welcome back to the Spectrum in Philadelphia. End of one period. Rangers and Flyers are tied 1-1, and we are joined by the leading point scorer on the Philadelphia Flyers. Another 100-point season for Mark Recchi. And Mark, seemed like a pretty upbeat period for you, especially on the power play. What do you think?
Yeah, we moved it around pretty good on the power play. I missed a couple chances there, but I had the wide open net. But if we continue to do that, you know, we'll be all right as long as we keep working hard and you know, plugging away here.
Mark, it seems as though when you get into Philadelphia, you read things, you hear things. Everybody seems to have quit on your hockey club, yet you come out here in the first period and played pretty well. What's the sense of urgency in the locker room?
Well, we just want to go out and continue to try to, you know, play well every night and do the things that the coaches are asking us to do. You know, we feel we've come out in the short ends a few games here with, you know, certain circumstances. We feel we've played a lot better than what, you know, the point totals we've showed. But you know, we're not down on ourselves. We, you know, we know we're an uphill battle, but you know, it seems like everybody in the papers and everybody has quit on the whole organization, and as well as the players. But you know, we're not going to give in, and we're going to keep going because we really want to make the playoffs here.
Mark, has it been the goaltending that has cost you this shot, or that that it finds you sitting in the number 9 spot?
Well, you know, you can't say everything. We just can't seem to put everything together. We get good goaltending, we don't score goals. We don't get good goaltending, we can't, you know, we're scoring goals, but we can't get good goaltending. So it's a number of things. It's not just, you know, you can't just say it's, you know, critique the goaltenders because, you know, obviously they're a big part, but, you know, they won us some games early in the year, and, you know, we've been, you know, we haven't maybe scored as many goals lately for them.
Mark, thanks for joining us. Congratulations on another 100-point season, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Mark Recchi, the leading scorer for the Philadelphia Flyers. Bob Page is standing by with an update at the MSG Sports Desk. Don't go away.
Hi, everybody. This is Bob Page back in our New York Sports Desk studios. Now tied with the Rangers, as you well know, for the best overall record in the NHL. Those amazing Devils playing host to the defending Stanley Cup champion Montreal Canadiens over at the Meadowlands Arena tonight. No score into the first period. New Jersey outshot Montreal 12-8 in the opening stanza. But the best save of the period might have been turned in by Habs superstar Patrick Roy, beating Randy McKay there. Devils 5-0-1 in their last 6 games. Martin Brodeur, a Montreal native, in goal for New Jersey tonight. 6 points back of Florida in the final playoff spot in the NHL's Eastern Conference. Virtually every game a must-win situation for the Isles now. They're tied tonight in Landover against the Caps 1-1, end of one. After Joe Juneau had opened the scoring at 8:16, former #1 draft choice Dave Chizowski, a total bust heretofore, and just called up by the Isles, took that pass from Benoit Hogue, beat Stan Beaupre to tie the game at the 17:35 mark. Jamie McLennan in goal for New York tonight. Also this evening, Detroit now leading Hartford 3-1 into the first period. The man the Rangers let get away, Ray Shepherd, scores his 50th of the year for Detroit in that one. Winnipeg, San Jose, a 10:40 start. And reports out of Boston today indicate Mike Milbury will leave the Bruins to take over as Boston College head coach. Now this. Well, by now you've heard that Jerry Jones' gargantuan ego led to Jimmy Johnson's shocking resignation as Cowboys head coach today. We got a reaction from a longtime Cowboy named Dan Reeves on what this means to the NFC East.
There's no doubt that these changes are going to make it more competitive. I think Norv and Buddy are going to add a lot, and they'll find somebody in Dallas that's going to make that team. They're still the world champions. And, you know, Jerry made the comment, I think, that 500 coaches could have won a Super Bowl, so he's got 499 more that he could search for and try to find one. So it's a good situation for someone to go in to the degree of the talent. it's a tough situation for someone to go in and try to replace Jimmy.
Yankees today finally gave up on Kevin Moss, waving the one-time phenom on the field tonight at Lauderdale. A 3-run homer by Darryl Boston to stake New York to a 3-1 lead over Montreal. The Mets today cut former All-Star catcher Greg Olson. On the field, Anthony Young threw 5 shutout innings as the Mets blanked Olson's former team, the Atlanta Braves. Nick Charlotte just underway on MSG2. We'll keep you posted throughout the course of the evening.
Sam Rosen, John Davidson back at the Spectrum. The game tied 1-1 on power play goals by each team. The Rangers scored first.
We'll see 2 great power plays go to work here. Rangers gain the puck after a hard dump in, as you see there. Kovalov and Larmer collect the puck after Matteau set it in. Then the thing about a power play is try and play smart on it. Zubov had 3 shots in goal that period. Larmer's taking his time. Kovalov's there. Everybody's in good position. No panic, no sense of urgency. You're on the power play. Try and set something up. Now Larmer can go to the net. Matteau's parked in front. There's an open seam. Big shot that doesn't get through. Puck sits there, and Kovalov darts in. He's got the open side. Soderstrom wasn't sure where the puck was because it never got through to him. Generally, if the puck hits the goaltender, you know where it goes. Kovalov jumped in. Now the Flyers, man, was this power play something to watch. There, Recchi misses a wide open net, and again, you're going to see little things that happen on the power play. The Rangers try to dump it out. You'll see it here, but up the top near the blue line, you're going to see the puck get kept in on a pick play. Right there is a pick. Now the puck can be kept in. You see the pick play along the boards? I believe that was Galley. Now the puck goes back down low, and again, no sense of urgency. Brind'Amour takes his time, beats Mike Richter. 2 real good power plays, and both teams better be careful with penalties in the last 2 periods.
We'll be back to start the second period here at the Spectrum in just a moment. We are back to take a look at the first period scoring summary brought to you by Amtrak's Metroliner service. 16 departures to downtown D.C. every business day. Kovalov's 18th, Brind'Amour's 30th, each on the power play. Zubov, Larmer assisting, Lindros and Racine assisting for Philly. Rangers 8 shots, Flyers 5. Underway with Leach in the penalty box for another 20 seconds, and we have whistle stopping play. You know, Friday night, it was late in the game, the big stick swinging incident involving Sergio Momesso of the Vancouver Canucks against Joey Kocur.
A lot of things that happened. Kocur breaks a stick over the arm of Momesso. Momesso has a chance there to drop his gloves. Instead, he takes a swing. He got 2-game suspension for that. Tim Hunter got 3 games for his part just after that. I mean, the thing was so senseless. The game was over. Players went out, were put in a position to do something crazy. They did it. And it cost 2 players playing time and a lot of money off their paycheck. To me, that was one of the more ridiculous couple of minutes I've seen this season.
Into back at full strength. Flyers 1 for 3 on the power play. Messier able to clear the zone. Messier with Graves. And now Anderson coming on as Leach went to the bench. Lowe and Zubov on defense. Recchi moving in. Pass in front. Was blocked. Another pass went all the way through. Recchi moving the puck nicely. Recchi, Lindros, and Brind'Amour for the Flyers. Zubov with the outlet to Graves. Tips it ahead for Messier. Yuskevich is there. Messier pulls up. Kick to Graves, who's wrapped up by Galley. Messier still with the puck. Kicks it to Graves. Galley on him. Back for Messier. Out to Leach. He turns toward the net but wide. Messier after it. Messier against Yuskevich. Galley still has Graves. Graves stays with the puck. Glenn Anderson. And then Recchi able to work it clear. Brind'Amour going forward. Zubov trying to get back. Leach is there.
The Rangers wanted to change. Now Philadelphia changes.
Here's Leach carrying in. Nice move in on Yuskevich. Pass to Matteau. He scores! Beautiful shot by Stefan Matteau off an excellent feed from Brian Leach.
And the Rangers wanted to change. Philadelphia almost broke away because of the change. And then the Flyers went for a change, so the Rangers took advantage of it. Watch the goaltender. He's not even close to being square. He was facing center ice when Matteau shot from the angle. See no Flyers? Only 1 or 2 Flyers. Here they come. They're changing. Matteau will drive to the net. What a pass by Leach. Now watch the goalie. He's still facing center ice, leaving the entire stick side wide open, and Soderstrom just didn't get there. Matteau did. The Rangers lead. Even strength goal.
Matteau from Leach at 129. 18th goal of the season for Stefan Matteau. third is a New York Ranger. Kovalov battling in the corner. Puck loose to Kevin Dineen, who's wide. Rangers have the lead for the second time of the game. Back for the puck is Rob Zettler. Chased by Matteau. He's picked off by Racine. Matteau gave it away, rather. Racine gave it away. It was Zettler, excuse me. I get it right. Now Matteau has the puck behind the net. Kovalov's without the helmet. Soderstrom makes the save. Puck around the boards, kept in by Bukaboom. Around to Matteau, comes out in front, poked away nicely by Soderstrom. Denis pushes it out. Now Mark Lamb dumping into the Ranger zone. Rangers leading 2-1. As Bukaboom turns. His pass tipped. Thinking and going forward, it was knocked away. Across the line, Brecky, but a good play by Bukaboom to break it up. Gary Galley for Philadelphia. Bukaboom after the puck. DeMaio after him. Comes to Jason Bowen. Didn't get Goodwood on the shot. DeMaio turns for a shot. Save. Richter came out nicely. And he holds on with 17-14 to go in the second. The Rangers have scored and lead 2-1. Stefan Matteau's 5th game as a New York Ranger. This is his 3rd goal since coming over, 18 on the season.
And Brian Noonan, coming over in the same trade, has 3 goals himself. Wow.
And if you're comparing, Tony Amonte has played 3 games with Chicago and scored 1 goal.
I think he scored his goal in the first shift in Detroit for Chicago. Saw Chicago play a couple of times. Once to Montreal, they really started great. First 2 periods, they were fabulous. 3rd period, Montreal just wore them right down. And that ended up being a 5-5 tie. And then they lost to Detroit at home on Sunday.
Icing whistle on the play. I want to talk about the New York Yankees because the baseball season is fast approaching this Saturday at 2:30 following Yankees scorecard. Preseason baseball, Yankees and the Red Sox from New Orleans. Don Mattingly's had a great spring. Right here, it'll be on MSG1, MSG Network, the best in the game, carrying the Yankees all season long.
How come we can't do that? They should switch announcers for 1 game. I'd like to go to New Orleans for a day, or night, or 2 nights.
Well, John, you know, you talk to the big boys.
Right.
You wield that power. All it takes is a phone call from you. We'll be on the next plane.
Yeah, to Winnipeg. I think they had a blizzard the other day or something.
Knocked away from McTavish, shot in by Karpovtsev. 3:40 gone by in the second. Rangers leading 2-1. Rob DeMaio with the puck. Gary Galley. All the way around the boards. Messier waiting. Brecky stepped in. Kevin Lowe goes over to play it. Off the glass, into the crowd. Play stops. Just want to get back to Vancouver, John. You stayed in Vancouver to do an ABC game over the weekend. What was the aftermath of that whole incident?
It really wasn't too much. No? I think most people felt that it kind of was an embarrassing situation for Vancouver. Nobody complained about the suspensions. But what it did is it deflected all the heat that the team would probably have gotten if there had not have been the brawl at the end of the game. No one talked about the game and how the Rangers really played well and Vancouver did not.
Right.
No one even talked about that. They just talked about the brawl itself, and some people liked it, some didn't. Next day on Sunday, there's a game in Vancouver with Pavel Bure getting the hat trick, knocks off Los Angeles, who will not make the playoffs. They're just a team that's too small and they're too beat up to play a physical brand of hockey. They have been beaten right to a pulp. They played hard for 2 seasons, including the Final Four last year. Half their team's playing injured. They are just beat up.
Rangers were offside on the play. The puck just came out of the zone and was taken back in. You know, talking about all the stick fouls, and especially the one Dave Manson had on Alexei Kovalov in Winnipeg, Mark Messier's reaction to it. In the old days, players had to govern themselves, and you saw a lot less of it. Now, if you retaliate, you get a 10-game suspension and a $100,000 fine, and the team gets fined. Remedy? I guess you have to do the same thing to their players. Well,
I think that was, I don't know, probably spoken with, you know, a little bit hot-headedness or whatever. Mark's a pretty bright guy about the game, and the league will govern the game. They've been handing out some severe suspensions. Ask Sergei Nemchinov and Mike Hudson, amongst others, this season. They've set a record for the amount of suspensions and money that's been taken from the players, and hopefully the players themselves will take care of keeping the sticks down.
Well, Brian Burke was at that game in Vancouver, so he had a first-hand look at that situation, and I think he did handle that one extremely well. Eric Lindros, 61 games, 90 points. If you factor it out, this guy would have had 130-point season, close to 130 points for the whole season, had he not missed any time. He's missed 15 games. Terrific year. Yuskevich with a hard hit on Larmer. Larmer moves it back to Matteau. Larmer against Lindros. Larmer goes down. The big guy's working him over. Tough to match his strength. Matteau looking for the puck. Yuskevich hits him. Now Larmer. And then Brind'Amour able to take it back from Philadelphia. Brind'Amour across.
Man, what a collision that was.
Fedek and Leach.
Absolutely accidental collision. I don't think the two players saw each other coming. They were just trying to straddle the blue line, stay on side, and both players very fortunate there's not a serious injury here, a knee injury. My goodness. You'll see Fedek cut to the near side and Leach the other way. Oh, man. Wow. And they just tried to, I think, Fedek tried to stay on side. Leach tried to move across. Both collided. He seems to be okay. And Leach appears to be okay at the Rangers bench. Lindros working with Larmer. Just one big man. Big man using his body strength. Said both knees are good. He wears braces on both knees now. Good battles along the boards. There's Matteau. You need that on the road.
Puck was cleared up into the crowd, stopping play. 15:02 to go in the second period as you look at Alexander Karpovtsev.
A lot of times when you play Philadelphia, he tends to, we're talking about Lindros, tends to go down the left side of the ice. You've got Karpovtsev with his size, you've got Bukaboom with his size, and the Rangers had great success using Nemchinov on Lindros the last two home games in New York. Nemchinov will be available, I think, Saturday night for New Jersey, and he will be well rested. In this game, we've seen Messier against Lindros. We've seen a little bit of McTavish, a lot of Tikkanen.
Mike Hudson will be available to the Rangers for the game on the 8th, Friday night, the 8th of April. The schedule relaxes for the Rangers.
The thing about the Rangers is they have games, as far as road games go, only two left. One in New Jersey, one on Long Island. Right. So basically after this real tough, as far as the Rangers go, a tough month, 15 games in 29 days, after tonight, all that stuff ends. It becomes much, much easier. Now, the first they play Dallas, but New Jersey also plays on the first. So
right, and Washington.
Both play back-to-back games when they feast one another. Should add or make the playing field just a little more level.
And the one thing to remember about the Rangers, they have been extremely good on the second night of back-to-back games this season.
That's where Lindros has it. People talk about here in Philadelphia where Eric plays so much, the second game of back-to-back nights. He's had 5 points in 10 games, I believe.
14:38 to go, second period. We looked at the Rangers schedule. Here's what the Devils have. They're tied up at home with Montreal in the second period tonight. They've got an important game at Washington, 2 games with Pittsburgh, Florida.
Going to be interesting. New Jersey deserves a lot of credit for how well they've played. Yet they've not been able to beat the Rangers on the season.
Big game Saturday night. Here's Jason Bowen toward the net. Save Richter. Knocked down by Zubov. He controls the puck. 14:15 to go in the second. Given away to DeMaio. Zubov moves it again. Rangers leading 2-1. Larmer put it up into the crowd. And play stops again for another face-off.
Quite a bit of that in this game. Rangers or whoever's in trouble, the defenseman is putting the puck directly into the stands. Goaltenders do that, they get penalized. Kovalov was picked 3rd star in Winnipeg as he continues to improve game in and game out, working a lot with Matteau and Larmer. Feeling is that with both Matteau and Larmer, they read the plays so well, it takes a lot of the defensive pressure off of Alexei Kovalov, and that line has really been good. It's been a real pleasure to watch Alexei Kovalov blossom in the last month or so.
Lindros and Messier. Messier wins the faceoff. To the puck, Yuskevich plays it in front, deflected, saved by Richter. Stayed up on his feet as the puck was deflected into the crease, and he kicked it out with a left skate.
Brind'Amour deflection, a great save as Richter kept focus.
Here's Leach. Graves pushing to the side to Messier. Messier stopped by the big horse, Eric Lindros. Lindros turns, didn't have the puck. Leach fires in. 2-1 Rangers leading. 15:40 to go in the second. Dmitry Yuskevich swings it around for Brent Fedek, and out to Rod Brind'Amour. Leach goes to the left side, and Anderson is right with him. Here's Brind'Amour, pass in front, saved by Richter. Rebound, Lindros, save Richter with the glove. Phenomenal save by Mike Richter. And an icing on the Rangers here as Yushkevich comes back.
Last 3 saves by Richter have all been beauties. 2 of them similar. Deflections right in front where Richter stays on his feet, and then he had to go down, and somehow with traffic threw his left arm up and knocked the puck aside. This is the rush by the Flyers. Brind'Amour in on it again. Puck in front. There's a deflection. Now watch the traffic. Yet he battles and robs Lindros with a catching arm. Oh my. What a big save with the Rangers holding to the 2-1 lead. This was the original one. Deflection by Brind'Amour, and there's Richter kicking the puck away. Real good focus by Mike Richter with some great saves here in the second.
Wells moves it around the boards. Kypreos is tied up by by Racine, but able to get it out of the zone.
Another icing. McTavish won the draw against Tippett. This line hasn't seen too much action. Kypreos and McTavish. Boy, it's all it took for Mike Keenan. It's about an 8-second shift. Quick change.
I don't think we've seen more than 30 seconds of continuous play, then a whistle and a whistle. Mike Richter leading the NHL in wins this season. All time in the Ranger nets, only Eddie Giacomin has had more wins than Mike Richter in a single season. And Mike Richter is looking for that one to tie the Hall of Famer, Eddie Giacomin.
Oh, that's something. That really is something. Great season for Mike.
Racine's shot is high, goes way up into the crowd as Recchi won the faceoff from Kovalov.
Puck must have jumped a little bit on Racine because no one deflected the thing. It went directly into about the 16th row. And again, Kovalov learning about faceoffs in his own zone. Some nights he's been good. Some nights he hasn't been quite so good.
Yves Racine.
This one has to be one of those, well, not quite so good ones.
Well, maybe it's that wrist. Saw Yves Racine. He came over from Detroit. Terry Karkner went the other way. Racine's having a good game. Recchi with Renberg and DeMaio. Nice move by Kovalov. Here he goes. Zettler is there. Kovalov looking. Pass for Matteau. Saved by Soderstrom. Great pass from Kovalov to Matteau.
Oh, it's incredible to watch the improvement because of a change of position for Kovalov.
Matteau against Recchi to the net. Larmer broken up in front by Racine. Zettler moves the puck to DeMaio. 12:30 to go in the second. Kovalov trying to take it back. Larmer does. 2-1, Rangers leading it. Matteau has the go-ahead goal. He moves in on Rob Zettler. Looking for Larmer. Pass comes all the way through. Up the boards by Racine and out of the zone. Kovalov stops it, sends it back in.
Matteau went to the net. Leach gave him the puck. He scored. He went to the net again. Talking about Matteau, and Kovalov gave him the puck. Soderstrom made the big save. Boy, oh boy, with passers like that, drive to the net as much as possible. Matteau is doing just that.
Puck cleared out of the zone. Tikkanen on with Kypreos and Noonan for the Rangers. And the puck deflects into the crowd. Play stops.
Kevin Dineen on the ice for Philadelphia, number 11, the captain. He was talking about Lindros with a new dog. Lindros lives at the Dineen residence with Kevin and his wife.
Where's the dog?
Well, I know one thing. Lindros and the dog won't be living at Dineen's house next year. No Great Danes allowed. There's the pass. Beautiful save by Soderstrom as Matteau got there. Kovalov showed how you carry the puck through the neutral zone, then showed how you pass the puck.
Maybe Lindros will build an addition on the Dineen house for the dog.
I wouldn't want to be the guy that has to go out there with a pooper scooper. I'll tell you that, with a Great Dane around.
Noonan in the corner with the puck. That's why we have little
your
dogs,
shoulders.
John, right? Kypreos keeps the puck in. Tikkanen going after it. Galley is there to play it. Lamb took a hit from Kypreos but cleared the zone. 11:30 to go in the second. Rangers have the only goal here in the second. Stefan Matteau. Kovalov scored in the first. Brind'Amour scored for Philadelphia. 3-on-2 across the line. Zubov for Kypreos off his stick. Kypreos checked by Galley. Noonan puts it in front. Here's a fake. Tikkanen holds. He waits and he shot it wide.
I may have gone off the foot of Galley. Good plays by the Rangers. Soderstrom was down and gone. It may have ricocheted off of Galley, Sam.
Noonan's got the puck. That went off Lamb. Baranek sends it in. And Richter chases out.
Good shift by Noonan, along with Kypreos and Tikkanen. Zubov was in on a couple of plays.
This will be an icing on the Rangers as the puck went all the way down. 10:47 to go. Yet another whistle stopping play here in the second period.
Combined through nearly half the game, the Rangers have had 11 shots and Philadelphia's had 9.
Tough year for Tommy Soderstrom. Sorry, John.
Yeah, it is. Very tough year. Spent some time in the minors. And the coaching staff saying that if the goaltending had been up to par in the last month, the Flyers would have 7, 8, 9 more points in the standings, directly attributed to the goaltending that just hasn't been there. They've been making big saves and good saves, but it's the bad goals that have been allowed which has hurt them.
You and I got a chance to go home for a couple of days. The Rangers still haven't been home since a week ago Sunday. Malgunas shoots, it deflects wide. They will head home tonight following this game, and will play again on Friday night at home against the Dallas Stars. And they're trying to make it a very successful road trip. Thus far it's 2-1-1. Bounces in front off the glove of Richter. Nice play on Brind'Amour. Brind'Amour sets up Lindros. He shot it wide.
That's the best shot Lindros has right there. Shot, pass out of the corner, and he can blast it.
Here he comes again. Leach is there. Back pass shot by Brind'Amour. Save made by Richter. He holds it.
Lindros usually very accurate with that shot. He shoots it when he's standing on his heels. He just missed after a great pass. Lindros, a right-handed shot, loves to set up in the slot. He just moved the puck around. Brind'Amour will go get it. And watch Lindros, how he's on his heels. He's backing up a little bit, and then blast. He just missed the top side. That's his favorite shot, and he's usually very accurate with it.
Lindros pass bounces into the crease. Stopped it. Kovalov moves it out of the zone. Kovalov took a hit from Lindros. 10 minutes to go, second period. 2-1 Rangers leading it. Out of the zone, Lindros picks it up. Zubov poke checked it away nicely, and Kovalov sent it back to Zubov. Quick pass. Larmer plays it off the boards and gets knocked down. Matteau against Yuskevich. Kovalov turns and shoots. Went off Malgunas. And Lindros plays the puck. Taken back by Larmer. Long shift for Eric Lindros, and he runs into Zubov and knocked him down hard.
He's still going. When he throws the body like this and doesn't take penalties, he can be a very imposing player. And when he has Brind'Amour on the same line, you're talking about two big guys.
9:20 to go in the second. Tamayo sending it back. This is Rob Zettler. The corner boards. Tamayo got taken down. That's why the fans are roaring. Puck cleared out of the zone. Michael Renberg has it. 35 goals in the rookie season for Michael Renberg. Nice lead for Recchi, moving in. Cuts in on Leach. Pass back to the trailer. Zettler takes the shot wide. Around the boards and out of the zone. Renberg is 2 goals shy of the all-time record by a Swedish rookie, Jorgen Pettersson.
Yeah, he did that in St. Louis.
80-81. He scored 37 goals. Icing was whistled on the Flyers.
And 73 points. Talking about Pettersson that year. He's a very gifted, skilled player. Not real aggressive, but very gifted offensively. Lindros, this is during his last shift, cruising, finds a puck. This is the very end of the shift. Knocks down Zubov. He then turned and started to head back to the bench for a line change. Said he's playing around 22 minutes a game, which he's fairly comfortable with. And he's played well. He's got 1 assist on the only goal after having a weekend where he didn't get a point, and said he concentrated so much on defense that he suffered offensively.
He had 8 shifts in the first period. He's had 5 here in the second. We still have 8.5 minutes to go in the second period.
Leach played over 11 minutes in the first period, which is a lot of ice time, but there was a lot more specialty team play in the first period than there is here in the second. And the Rangers realize fully that with Philadelphia's power play, that's what's keeping them alive right now. Stay out of the box against them.
We're close to setting an NHL record for most whistles in a period. Another whistle as the puck deflected into the crowd and play is stopped.
First period wasn't much better. A lot of them.
Rookies for the Flyers. Dave Poulin came out of Notre Dame. 76 points in his rookie season. Michael Renberg 1 point away from tying the all-time record. And Lindros would have broken everything except he only played 61 games.
He got hurt with the knee. The Flyers have never had a rookie win Rookie of the Year. Barber and Hextall had great first years, but no Flyers ever won Rookie of the Year, and they all think that Renberg is going to win it.
I think he's been the most consistent player.
You know, there's a lot of players. Arnott's been good in Edmonton. Yeah. Don't forget about Brodeur. New Jersey, the goaltender.
I put him in the top 3 for
absolutely.
sure.
That's a tough call this year. No disrespect to anybody. It's a real tough call.
Well, Yashin had the great first half for the season, but he slowed down in the second. Here's Anderson in the puck. Centers for Graves, knocked away. Good play by Mark Lamb.
That probably saved a goal.
Being able to clear the zone.
And Soderstrom was out of the way, out of position against Sam. You know, Ottawa, great kids on their team, but they didn't try to support those kids all year. And finally, here at the end of the year, they go and get about 3 or 4 additional players to try and help them out, which won't cost them hardly any money because it's the end of the season. But I mean, you got great young kids, and Ottawa never tried to help them all season long with support.
I agree. Rod Brindamore scored in the first period, his 30th goal of the season. There is Kevin Dineen. 7:34 to go in the second period. Rangers leading 2-1. Flyers sitting in the number 9 spot with 73 points, 4 points behind the Florida Panthers, who lost last night on home ice against Dallas 5-4.
They played hard again, didn't they? And they played very well in the third period to come back and make it a real tight game.
Stars are making a run at the top of their division.
Last night, the 2 Broughton players did not play in the game. As here we look at the standings and how close it is and how important it is for Philadelphia and the Islanders to get some points in the standings.
Lindros battling Larmer. Larmer able to clear the game.
Paul and Neil Broughton and a couple of other players missed a team meeting yesterday morning and were late for it. Bob Gainey, a very tough coach. They didn't dress them.
They get tied up on the beach or something?
I don't know, but they didn't get to play. They got to watch.
Mark Tenorti's on the trip with his team, despite the broken leg. Puck is whistled down for an offside on the Flyers. 7:05 to go in this second period.
We were talking about Rookie of the Year. Bill Barber had a pretty good year here as a rookie, remember? Steve Vickers beat him out for Rookie of the Year.
Bring back some memories there. Yeah.
Was that controversial?
Yeah.
Steve had a good year.
He had a real good year. I forget, he was a 40-goal scorer that year.
I believe so.
41, I think he got on the season. But he earned Rookie of the Year. But here in Philadelphia, they like Steve Barber. I mean, Bill Barber.
Bill Barber is now one of the assistant coaches for the Flyers. Out of the scouting role, decided to inject a little more enthusiasm to the Flyers team.
Larmer avoided that hit by Zettler. Puck went off Recchi's stick. He has it back, hits Renberg with a blind pass. Leach catches up, takes Renberg down, has the puck. Off the boards, out of the zone. 6:35 to go, second period. There's a strange pass by Racine. Kovalov knocked away by Racine. He recovers and atoned for his errant pass. Kukaboom has it. Rangers lead it 2-1. Power play goal by Alexei Kovalov in the first. Even strength goal by Stefan Manteau here in the second. Rod Brindamore scored a power play goal for the Flyers. Kukaboom. Good hit on DeMaio. Dineen for the puck. Now DeMaio out of the corner. Back pass. Shot by Bowen, deflects wide.
There's been a lot of play in the Rangers zone. And you often wonder how long you can survive that without taking a penalty or giving something up. Philadelphia haven't done a lot with it, but you just never know as time marches along.
Shots are only 11-10 for the game. 8-5 for the Rangers in the first period. Here's Lamb turning, and the shot is sticked aside by Richter. Side of the net. Richter stops it and almost squeezed through. Oh!
Play. See, the goaltender has to put his skate blade up against the goalpost so the puck cannot get jammed in. Zubov missed the puck, and Dineen tried to jam the puck in before the whistle had sounded. He attempted to jam it in, and Richter has to put all his body weight on his left leg to keep his left skate against the inside of the goalpost. There. See, Zubov skated by it, and Dineen jams away, jams away, jams away. See the puck right up there against the skate blade and the goalpost?
Wow.
The goalie's job is to put your weight on your left side and keep it right up as hard as you can against the goalpost. Actually, a good play the way the puck was taken into the zone. Lamb with a good low shot, but the Flyers get the rebound. Zubov misses the puck right there. And Dineen alert, as was Mike Richter, and Richter held the fort.
Lindros on against Tikkanen. Tikkanen is excused from the circle. Brian Noonan will take the face-off. Lindros wins it. Galley has the puck. And across to Racine. Toward the net. Richter didn't see it. Lowe cleared it aside. Lindros against Noonan.
Rangers not doing well on face-off, Sam, in their own zone. They lost another one there as Noonan had to take it. Might be an idea to use McTavish a little more often for those defensive draws.
Noonan with Kyprios. Noonan shoots, saves Soderstrom.
That was an accurate shot. Wow. Tikkanen driving to the net. Noonan with a great shot, and Soderstrom makes another good save.
It begins tomorrow morning on WFAN with the Don Imus Show, Sudden Infant Death Syndrome Radiothon, 28 hours consecutively for WFAN, and something to tune into tomorrow and Thursday.
Great stuff with Don Imus and great stuff that WFAN does. Here's Noonan on the puck. Look at the accuracy. Tikkanen drove to the net with Brind'Amour all over him. Good save by the goaltender, and he held on.
And not only tune in to WFAN, but call in and contribute. Yeah. All the funds going to Sudden Infant Death Syndrome.
Don Imus has spoken. And they'll raise a lot of money. Do a great job. Oh, boy, do they ever.
Bucheboom moves it out. 5th year that WFAN has held radiothons. And they've been so successful. Mark Recchi with 4:50 to go in the second. Moves it on Bucheboom. Good reach by Bucheboom and a hard ride into the boards for Recchi. Off the glass, bounces down, gets out of the zone, and was put up into the crowd by Malgunas.
Not often do you see Recchi go up the left side of the ice. He used to be a right winger, even though he's a left-handed shot. And generally now as a centerman, when he goes up ice, he goes up the right side. He looks like he may have been hit there just a little bit. He did a lot of juking and faking and everything. Bucheboom didn't go for it. I don't know, you could almost term that one a bang from behind, can't you? He rode Recchi into the boards hard. Outweighed by about 30 pounds.
4:39 remaining. Bobby Clarke, Mark Recchi, Bill Barber, Rick McLeish. 100-point scores. Clarke did it 3 times. Recchi has done it twice now. Puck deflects up into the crowd. Stopping play. Yet another whistle. Have we reached 150 yet? I mean, I can't believe how many whistles we've had here in the second period. He's having a good time. The ice cream is good. John would like a little of that, young man. Could you please send it up?
You know,
nice
Recchi,
souvenir.
Recchi also had 100 points as a Pittsburgh
with the Penguins,
Penguin, right? So he's now had 3 in his career, but of course only 2 of those 3 with the Flyers.
And one year he came up 3 points short. The year he was traded, he wound up with 97 between the 2 teams. Kovalov turning, shooting, and it's blocked by Yushkevich. Kovalov again, blocked by Yushkevich. And Yushkevich clears the zone. Kovalov to Zubov. Kevin Lowe moves it out to Stefan Matteau. Rangers leading 2-1 with 4 minutes to go in the second period. Larmer stopped by Malgunas. Kovalov has the puck.
Offside.
And it's an offside.
Now you tell me the scoop that Bobby Clarke may come back to the Flyers.
Right.
I got a scoop for you.
Go ahead.
Mike Milbury will be leaving the Bruins to go to Boston College to be their coach.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard to believe.
Very strange, but certainly in the Boston area, very prestigious position. Len Zagorski was the coach for so many years. BC's program has gone down a little bit, and I guess Milbury.
The way I got it figured, he must have children that are at that age where they're going to be going to college.
So he wants the free tuition.
There you go.
There you go. All right. We'll have to check with Mike on that. Here comes Brent Fedek trying to get around Leach, who got the stick in the midsection, gets a penalty call.
Second time Fedek has worked Leach over to gain a Flyer power play. In fact, the Flyers' goal was on a power play in which Brian Leach tripped up Fedek just inside the Rangers' blue line in the first period. There's Fedek with a neutral zone speed again. And Leach reached in with a stick to slow him down, and you can see why the call's made by Don Kaharski. So the Flyers get the power play. And this may be, I think, Sam, the first power play since the beginning of the second period for Philadelphia.
That's right.
And there you can see the good play through the middle. FedEx speed draws the power play.
Leach for hooking at 16-14. The Flyers on their 4th power play. They're 1 for 3.
Shots are now dead even at 12 apiece. We've almost played 2 periods here.
Lindros wins the draw. Racine's got the puck. Tikkanen, Larmer, Zubov, and Lowe. Centering pass. Good play by Lowe. Out comes Tikkanen. Galley is back. Tikkanen moves in. Turns and shoots. Deflected by Galley. Racine bumped by Larmer, who moves it up the boards, but Lindros is there to take it. Chopped that by Zubov. Mark Recchi has it. On to Rod Brind'Amour. Brind'Amour looking. Back pass to Racine. Racine shot deflected wide. Went off of Kevin Lowe. Larmer tries to clear, and he does. 3:15 to go in the second. Minute 25 to go on the power play. Brind'Amour back in with it. Recchi's got the puck. Low in the corner, stops it. Tries to move it past Recchi, can't do it. Up the boards, Racine is there for Philadelphia. Taken down by Tikkanen. Brind'Amour centering pass, Lowe intercepts. The Larmer and a clear. Soderstrom leaves it for Racine. Rangers change. 1 minute to go on the power play as Galley drives it in. Jay Wells is back for it. Bookeboom with room. Looks and clears.
Second unit for Philadelphia, not nearly as good as the first unit when you look at people like DeMaio on the ice. Not taking anything away from him. Mark Lamb on the ice, but you're just not seeing a Lindros or a Recchi.
And a good play by Wells, sending it the other way. 35 seconds to go on the power play. The fans getting on the Flyers. Michael Renberg has it. Galley brings it across. Feed to DeMaio. Lost control. Mark Lamb has it. Down the boards for DeMaio. DeMaio checked by Wells. Lamb along the boards. Graves and Messier on for the Rangers with Wells and Bookeboom. Now Lamb looking. DeMaio couldn't handle it. Went past him. Bookeboom reaches for it. Messier gets to it. Rangers move down. Final seconds of the Flyers power play. An excellent job of penalty killing by the Rangers. As Leach returns, the teams are back at full strength with 1:45 to go in the second. Rangers still leading 2-1. Lamb dumps it deep. Al Conroy checked by Kevin Lowe. Zubov has the puck. Trying to get away from Conroy. And Conroy takes it away. The set-up, the shot went wide. What an effort by Conroy, but Tippett missed the net. Yushkevich plays it ahead. Kovalov there. Lifts it out of the zone. Taken back by Matteau for a shot. Save made by Soderstrom.
Well, Matteau should use that shot more often. What a quick shot. Surprised the goaltender.
Esa Tikkanen will be our guest following the second period. Bob Page is standing by to give you another update from the MSG Sports Desk. And JD and I will look at second period highlights. And we hope you'll stay with us. Rangers leading 2-1 with 50 seconds to go in the second period. Matteau has the go-ahead goal. Racine gets to it. Icing whistle against the Rangers. 43.7 to go. Flyers are out shooting the Rangers 14-13.
Just looking now, Sam, with 43.7 seconds to go. I was looking at the Rangers bench and I saw Tikkanen jump over first, and I was going, you should use McTavish in a defensive draw in the last minute. And then I looked and McTavish has now jumped on the ice. And the Rangers have two centermen out there to go with the defensive draw. This is a very quick shot. You'll see Soderstrom look down, makes a save, and the puck just slides away. And I think that surprised the goaltender as to how quick the shot was. That was a surprisingly quick puck that just seemed to jump off the stick of Matteau, and you would think with that kind of shot, you maybe should use it just a little bit more often.
Matteau's had some good chances. He was robbed by Soderstrom earlier. And he's had the goal. Galley moving in. The back passes to Yves Racine. Long shot saved by Richter. Moved aside by Leach. McTavish to it. Gets it clear. 30 seconds to go in the second period. Leach fires it across. Lindros. Checked by Tikkanen. 10 ships in the second period for Eric Lindros. 8 in the first period. Bookeboom with it. Bounces down. Brent Fedek is there. 10 seconds to go in the period. Tikkanen lost his glove, got one thrown to him from the bench. Grindeborg missed the net with a shot. Tikkanen took time to get another glove from the bench. Meanwhile, the Flyers rushed in. Grindeborg missed the net. The horn sounds ending the second period. More whistles than anything else in this second period, but Mike Richter able to make 14 saves on 15 shots in the game. No goals for the Flyers in the second period. Rangers get the only one, that by Stefan Matteau. Flyers heading for their locker room, trailing the Rangers 2-1, end of 2. We'll be back at the Spectrum in Philadelphia to talk with Esa Tikkanen. Rangers lead it 2-1. Back at the Spectrum in Philadelphia, Rangers leading the Flyers 2-1. Stefan Matteau with the go-ahead goal. We are joined live in the studio by Esa Tikkanen. And was that a difficult period to play, Esa? It seemed like it had so many stops in play.
Well, it's lots of pucks going over in the classes, and you know, we changed lots all the time, and it was really difficult coming in a good game and got a pace going in the free lines, and I think in the next period we have to put a little bit more pressure. We have a good opportunity. I have a great opportunity to put a game in the way, 3-1, but I missed the net there. But, you know, we're working hard, and hopefully we got a couple goals in the next period.
Essa, is it somebody's birthday today or something back out in Edmonton?
Yeah, it's my daughter's birthday, 8th birthday, and I wish her happy birthday, 8th birthday, and hopefully everything is okay.
Okay, Essa, you've taken a lot of face-offs in this game against Eric Lindros, and it seems like this game is face-off after face-off after face-off. Is it tough to battle a guy of his size in the circle?
Well, it's really hard because he's so strong and big, and you know, you have to put in 110% of effort every face-off. You have to think about how you can, you know, keep it off in the puck, and it's hard work, but hopefully we can do it. You know, this is a big game for the whole team, and hopefully we can win the game, like face-off, big face-offs in our zones, and that's a big key, and we have to start to win the face-off if we want to win the game.
This has been a very long trip. You finally get to go home tonight after the game. What's the feeling? Are you kind of tired with the long travel this trip?
Well, it's not a long travel. This is our second time in the roads, you know. But in the 5 games in a row, 10 days is hard. But, you know, everybody is happy. This is a big game for us, and everybody is ready to go home. And hopefully this turnaround good game, we're kind of going happy in the home.
What's your feeling about how the new players have fit in, Essa?
You know, you look in the new players who's coming our hockey club. They've been fit great. You know, everybody been playing Mike Chicago team, all teams, and you know, they fit right away in the game plan, and they know what's going on, and they help us. Like today, you see Matthew's second goal was beautiful goal, and you know, he's skating well, he's working hard, and same as Noonan and Glenn Anderson. Everybody work hard, and we're ready to play hockey.
Now, late in the period, there was a little bit of teamwork we saw out there. You lost your glove and somehow got one back?
Yeah, I skated back, and I screamed him, Lammers throw the glove. I have 10 seconds left, and he brought it, I catch it, and here we go. You know, it was 2 against 2, but I got it back in the right time. You know, you don't want to play without the gloves there. You know, we have 7 games left before the playoffs start. You don't want to hurt anything.
Essa, thanks for joining us, and happy birthday to your daughter Stephanie, and good luck.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Essa Tikkanen joining us between periods 2 and 3. We'll be back at the Spectrum with more New York Rangers hockey in just a moment. Back at the Spectrum in Philadelphia, where the Rangers have a 2-1 lead on the Philadelphia Flyers. It'll be interesting to see the third period, John. It's a must game for the Flyers. We keep talking about that. And, of course, the Rangers, if they look up on the scoreboard, they see the New Jersey Devils leading Montreal 3-2.
The Flyers, to me, seem like they're playing a very, very defensive-minded game, a tight game, something they just haven't shown in games past. And they're in a position now where they're in the game. There's only been 1 even-strength goal scored. That was by the Rangers in the second period to get themselves a 2-1 lead. And the Rangers themselves have tried to play smart, but they had a lot of puck time in their own zone in the last half of the second period.
All right, let's take a look at the only goal scored in the second period. The highlights are brought to you by Minolta, makers of the new Freedom 105EX, only from the mind of Minolta. Leach and Matteau hook up for this goal.
Well, it was a good play all the way out of the zone for the Rangers as you see the battle along the sideboards. And then up ice goes the puck. Rangers again control it, control it, control it. Now Brian Leach has his turn to take control. And what a pass and what a quick shot. And I don't know if Soderstrom thought that maybe there's going to be a pass back in front or whatever, but he certainly left the short side open. And Matteau, who's had another strong game, makes the good shot and the quick shot. Leach always has his head up. He always sees where teammates are, makes a great pass across, and you can see the whole side of the net open. The puck actually hit the middle of the net on the short side, enough to give the Rangers the lead.
2-1, the Rangers leading it. We'll be back with more New York Rangers hockey in just a moment.
Bob Page rejoining you from our Sports Desk studios here in the Garden once again. What an awful time for a slump. The Islanders won 3-1 in their last 5 games coming into tonight, and they are losing at Landover against the Caps 2-1 end of the second period. This is the goal that broke a 1-1 tie. Former Islander Joe Ricci to Dave Poulin. His shot beats Jamie McLennan at 16:15 of the second period to make it 2-1 for Washington. Now to update you on what's going on at the Meadowlands Arena. The Devils are leading Montreal 3-2. They are also through 2 periods in this one. It was 1-1 in the second. Devils pressuring the Habs. And Stéphane Richer, the former Montreal Canadian star, beats Patrick Roy to make it 2-1. A milestone goal for Richer, the 300th of his National Hockey League career. And then at the 11:44 mark, how often do you see Waugh give up a bad goal? You will see it here as Bill Guerin's slap shot manages to beat the Montreal superstar. That made it 3-1 Devils. Ex-Devil Kirk Muller then scored later for Montreal to make it 3-2. The others, Sergei Fedorov has 2 second-period goals, numbers 53 and 54. Ex-Ranger Ray Shepherd earlier had his 50th, 6-2 Detroit over Hartford N2, Winnipeg San Jose later. And of course, the big story in sports today, Jimmy Johnson has resigned as Cowboys coach. Now, the Knicks have that whopping 13-game win streak on the line in the Garden tonight against the Charlotte Hornets, a game being seen live right now over our regular MSG service. They lead Charlotte by 1 at halftime. Second quarter action, Derek Harper off an inbounds pass goes the length of the court for the hoop and the call. That made it 42-41 Knicks in the second. Oakley has 13 for them, Mourning 19 for Charlotte. Chuck Daly fell ill just before game time. Assistant coach Brendan Suhr running the Nets tonight. They're playing at Atlanta and leading by 1 point now in the fourth quarter. At Fort Lauderdale tonight, Darryl Boston has a 3-run homer early in the ball game. Yanks lead Montreal 3-2 in the seventh. Mets got a strong 5-inning shutout performance by Anthony Young this afternoon. Blanked Atlanta 6-0. Back to Philadelphia after again this timeout.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at the second period scoring summary. It's brought to you by Mitsubishi, the new thinking in automobiles. Stefan Matteau with his 4th goal as a New York Ranger, 1:29 the time of the goal. Brian Leetch, the assist, his 3rd goal as a Ranger, excuse me. Flyers have outshot the Rangers 15-13. Flyers are 1 for 4 on the power play. Rangers are 1 for 3. As we get set to start the third period, and again, the Rangers have not lost a game this season when they've taken a lead into the third period. 36-0-4. Gary Galley with the puck. Lindros with Fedek on the right and Brind'Amour on the left. Bukaboom with Leetch giveaway. Brind'Amour's got it. Open man is in front, and Bukaboom slid across to block it. Lindros was all alone in front, centered by Brind'Amour. Comes to Yushkevich, save Richter. Rebound Brind'Amour to Fedek, save Richter. Centered back to Galley, now to Yushkevich. Fakes, pass across, and that shot deflected wide. Fedek puts it in front, and Graves takes over, can't clear. Brind'Amour's got it, looking toward the net. Brind'Amour all the way, and it deflects off a leg into the corner.
The Flyers desperate, they're playing desperate.
Yushkevich has got it. Bukaboom picks him up toward the net. Lindros checked by Leetch. Lindros checked by Messier. Bukaboom reaches in to the side of the net. Richter says enough of this.
Started with a giveaway by Bukaboom. He then recovered. Then the Flyers took over, and Mike Richter puts on a goaltending clinic. You'll see here the save. Now watch him get up, move across, and keep the arms to the body and the legs together right there. Another great save on Fedek. And the Flyers just kept going. You see the defenseman moving in, Yushkevich and Galley. Galley gets the puck back. His shot's blocked by Leetch. My goodness. Flyers start like a desperate team. That's what they say has been missing with this team. Graves can't get the puck out. And again, the Flyers continue. They just beat everybody except for Brian Leetch. Pardon me, for Mike Richter.
Zettler checked by Larmer. Now by Lowe trying to take it away. Lowe moves it up the boards, gets it to Matteau. Matteau had 4 shots on goal in the second period. Matteau with Larmer and Kovalov, Zubov and Lowe for the Rangers. DeMaio, Renberg, and Recchi for Philadelphia with Zettler and Racine. Tipped across, Kovalov has it. Spun around by Recchi, Kovalov still controlling.
Everybody yells, hit him, hit him. Well, try to hit him. He avoids checks so smoothly.
Racine off the stick of Renberg. Richter's got it and decides to cover. Gets no whistle. Now he gets the whistle.
A lot of defensive zone draws in this game for the Rangers.
Rangers next game back home at Madison Square Garden. First time the Rangers playing on home ice in 2 weeks when they play the Dallas Stars. We'll be on the air with Game Night at 7 o'clock. That follows Sports Desk and Game Night, and then the Rangers and the Dallas Stars, who are will be finishing up. Actually, that'll be the 5th game of the 6-game road trip for the Stars.
Then they go to Washington. They have 39 wins so far on the season. Strong season for them. Big team. And the Rangers, when they were in Dallas, got involved in a very physical game. Mike
Mm.
Modano, remember, hit by Messier in that game. Mike Modano, of course, back playing.
It's interesting that at the trading deadline, Bob Gainey went for a little more size and strength on defense when he traded Ulf Dahlen for Doug Smolik.
Well, they lost Tenorti, Sam. They had to find somebody that could play as big and play as much as Tenorti, and not one person could do that. So they had to trade for more than one person. And they also felt that Shane Churla has been doing so much of the scrapping for the team on the season that over the season they've got a couple of other guys to be able to scrap if necessary.
Picked up Alan May from Washington.
Gord Donnelly's there. He was picked up during the season. So they're a big, rugged team. It should be, I would think, a very physical game. For the Rangers, it'll be their first home game after a road trip. However, they'll have a couple of days to acclimate themselves, to get refocused.
You mean to get the clothes washed and get the bills paid?
Can they have somebody that nowadays?
Yeah,
you got all
somebody
kinds of other
takes care
people
of
to
them,
take care
huh?
of the bill
Okay.
paying.
Well, go out shopping with the wife and spend some time with the kids. 2:19 gone by, third period. Tikkanen on with Kyprios and Noonan. Lowe and Zubov. That pass intended for Brind'Amour.
It was a set play off the draw. Brind'Amour looking for the breakaway.
Zubov has the puck. Nice pass to Kyprios. Quick shot wide of the net. Soderstrom stops it into the corner. Tikkanen looks around. Nice setup to Noonan. Noonan on the backhand at the side of the net. In front, it's taken back by Fedek. Fedek with Brind'Amour and Lindros. Zubov against Brind'Amour, who has the only goal of the game for the Flyers. Lindros against Tikkanen. Centered. Score! Brind'Amour does it again. And the big horse set it up. Lindros with the big effort along the boards. The Flyers have tied it for the second time.
It started at the 3-on-3 in the corner. Galley, the defenseman, moved up. And somehow, after we see the 3-on-3 along the boards, Brind'Amour got himself loose. There's a 1-on-1. There's a 2-on-2, and there's a 3-on-3. Brind'Amour's loose. There's the pass, the quick shot. Mike Richter's beaten. It's one power play goal apiece. It's one even strength goal apiece in this game. I think it's right there. You'll see Brind'Amour barely get away from Zubov, get to the net, bang. That's all it took. 3-on-3 battle in the corner, and the Flyers won that one.
Brind'Amour second of the game, 31st of the season from Lindros at 2:53. And here comes Recchi. Cross the line, Rob DeMaio. Messier trying to take it away. Kept in at the line by Zettler. Shot blocked. And the puck picked up by Messier. 2-on-1 with Graves. Racine is back. Messier to Graves. And it was deflected by Racine.
Good play by Glenn Anderson to set it up, and then a great play by Racine.
Shot toward the net. It was blocked by Racine, rather by Zettler, who's down without the helmet. Racine's got the puck now.
Rangers needed that. Mark Messier was too unselfish. Tried the pass when he could have shot, but a playmaker thinks that way, and a team player thinks that way.
Leach takes the pass from Vukovic. Baranek has it, and the fans come alive here at the sold-out Spectrum. Baranek spinning in. Rector out to play the puck. 4 minutes gone by in the third, tied 2-2. Here's Yushkevich toward the net. Yushkevich again, slid it right in front, and Larmer cleared it out.
Time for the Rangers to pick their level up now, Sam. They were holding on to the 2-1 lead and just playing. Now they've got to show some urgency themselves. New Jersey's now up 4-2 over Montreal.
Zubov plays it across. Manteau for Kevin Lowe. Larmer against Malgunas. Baranek plays the puck off the boards. Larmer keeps it in. Yushkevich back. Larmer forechecking on with Gilbert and Kovalov now. Zubov and Lowe. Right now, Mike Keenan going with only 4 defensemen thus far in the third period. Sent in by McTavish, and then he got hit by Yushkevich. Up the boards. Galley with the hit rather on McTavish. Sent in by Bowen.
Now both teams
aside by Karpovtsev.
Both teams starting to hit now. You see a sense of urgency now with both teams, not just one.
Koser has come on with McTavish. A chance for Lindros went wide. Lindros checked by Gilbert. McTavish has the puck, and he's hit by Brind'Amour. Galley trying to keep it in. He does. Brind'Amour goes for it. Koser is there. Koser trying to move it out of the zone. He does. This will be an icing on the Rangers.
Rangers had a checking line opposite Lindros. McTavish, Gilbert, and Kosar. The fans love it here. It's interesting. Well, the Rangers gave up the goal to tie it up. They needed some physical play. Greg Gilbert gives them some, as does Karpovtsov. And Gilbert, a little later in the shift, threw another hit on big Eric Lindros. So the Rangers trying to find a way to get themselves a little more alert here, as we have 14:34 to go in the third. We're tied at 2. Shots are Rangers 13, the Flyers 19. Rangers not in the third.
Galley has the puck for Philadelphia. Now Jason Bowen with the shot that's blocked by Karpovtsev. Played by Brian Noonan.
Karpovtsev hurt his right leg blocking the shot. He limps to the bench.
Bukaboom comes on as Wells sends it into the Flyer zone. It's been all Flyers here early in the third. Add an assist on the Brind'Amour goal to Brent Fedek. And we have a whistle on a delayed offside, I believe. Well, let's see. Let's see what the call is.
Karpovtsev, when he blocked the shot, was face down, chest down, knees down to the ice surface. Here's the shot, and you'll see him go down, and he leaves his right knee exposed. And you don't have padding very much to the right side of your knee or the inside of the knee. It's all in the front. And he's on the ice trying to skate it off. Will stay on the ice, by the way, showing some toughness. The Rangers have yet to register a shot here in the third. Mike Richter's checking a blade out to try and slow things down a little bit here, as the Flyers have had a good start to their third period.
Flyers out shooting the Rangers 19-13. Recchi against Noonan for the faceoff. This is a deliberate offside whistle against the Rangers. Recchi won it. Galley shot is a save by Richter. Another shot goes wide by Brind'Amour. Rather by Renberg. Another save by Richter on Bowen.
See who was hiding behind the net? Mark Recchi. He was right behind the net.
Here he comes down the middle. He's hooked. He gets it across. Glove save by Richter. A beauty to rob Michael Renberg.
Oh, baby. What a save. The Flyers won the draw. Tikkanen had been knocked out of the draw or thrown out of the draw. The Flyers won it. It's been all Flyers. This is the best they've looked in a long time. See, Wells moved the puck up. Now watch. Recchi will take the puck right through the middle, right here. He moves in, gets hooked up a little bit. Great pass across. Quick shot by Renberg, the rookie. And Mike Richter with the best save I've seen him have in a long time. This is some save in a 2-2 game in the third period. He stands up, he moves across, and with the catching gloves, robs the rookie Renberg. Brilliant save by Mike Richter.
Racine with the puck toward the net, tipped wide.
Rangers can't win a draw.
No. Lindros won that last one. Brind'Amour against Larmer along the boards. Brind'Amour looking for it. Larmer sits on it. Stops play. 13:41 to go in the third. And it's all Flyers thus far here in the third period.
Terry Simpson, the Flyer coach, trying to, as much as possible, use his two big lines. One centered by number 88, the other by number 8. And he'll throw some players in once in a while in between to try and give the guys a rest. But with so many stoppages, he doesn't need any rest. Now, McTavish takes the draw, which I think is a good idea, even though he doesn't win it.
Shot by Racine, deflected by Larmer, who got out there in a hurry. Larmer hit by Brind'Amour. Bukaboom has the puck. 2-2 the score. Flyers get 2 goals from Rod Brind'Amour, who has 13 goals in his last 11 games. Off the corner board, Soderstrom plays it there. McTavish knocked away from him. Larmer goes down. Brind'Amour has the puck. Lindros to his right. Lead for Lindros. Picks it up. Gets around Bukaboom, who got the stick in there, but an offside whistle. And Lindros and Bukaboom squared off. Now Matteau pulls Lindros away.
First scrum all game, and you'll see Lindros, as he does now, skate out of there, which is absolutely the right thing to do for his team. They're in a hunt for the playoffs. They're desperate for points, and I'm sure Jeff Bukaboom and the Rangers would love it if Lindros finds himself in the penalty box. There you see the puck go through. It's a 2-line pass as Lindros had a big head of steam going. Bukaboom held him up. A little frustration. I don't think penalties, well, yeah, maybe they will be. As Don Koharski skates up the ice. No, I don't think any penalties are handed out. First real scrum I think we've seen all game long,
yes.
isn't it? You'll see here, Brian Leetch is thinking about going in. Now he stops and comes back. Lindros heads up ice and starts to floor it. And you see the lead pass, 2 lines.
Went right through Leetch. You never saw it coming.
Right through the skates. And then Bukaboom held up Lindros. Now here's one of those shifts where the Flyers put out Mark Lamb and Baranek and Dineen to rest both Lindros and Recchi. But I don't think it'll be long before you see those other guys back on the ice.
Messier, Graves, and Anderson for the Rangers, with Lowe and Zubov played back deep into the Flyer zone. Dmitry Yushkevich has it. Off the boards for Kevin Dineen. Now Lamb to Dineen for the shot. Save Richter. Long rebound to Graves. Checked by Dineen. Zubov has it, falls down, but sweeps it out of the zone. Yushkevich sends it right back in.
Adam Graves trying to take the body more now.
Rangers still without a shot on goal here in the third. Graves checked by Lamb. Yushkevich moving with the puck, looking for Baranek. He's checked by Zubov. Lowe checking Yushkevich. Baranek can't play it. Zubov moves it, hops past Lamb. Messier breaks down. Now Gunas is back. Messier to the net. He shoots, saves Soderstrom. The rebound, Anderson saves Soderstrom. Rebound, another save off the bat of Graves.
All three forwards.
Soderstrom stops them all.
All three forwards that took a play at the blue line where the puck was not kept in. Messier took off. He took the shot. Anderson took a shot. And then Graves had his shot. It's a brilliant save with a catching hand. Messier looks. He goes wide. Puts a shot on goal. Rangers get to the rebound. You'll see it here. Anderson, another shot. Now here's the big one. Graves got there, and somehow Soderstrom threw his left arm up and knocked the puck up over the glass into the stands. Graves, the third forward. Dineen lets him go. You'll see him drive right to the net, right here. Great effort by Graves. Look at that open net. Oh, baby. What a save, as Graves thought he had the go-ahead goal.
12:25 to go in the third.
One huge save for each goaltender here in the third period, both with the catching arms.
Took over 7.5 minutes. Rangers finally got some shots on goal here in the third. Noonan for Kyprios, deflected into the crowd.
It took a little long for Kyprios to release the shot, and it was deflected into the stands.
12:17 to go, third period, tied 2-2. Remember, when you're having good times with friends, use good sense and drink responsibly. Please know when to say when. A reminder from Budweiser. 2-2, Rangers and Flyers. 12:17 to go in the third. Tikkanen and Recchi on the faceoff. Noonan plays the puck. Kyprios in the corner, bumps with Recchi. To Kyprios. Noonan heads for the front of the net. He got taken down by Jason Bowen. Renberg and Tikkanen for the puck. Recchi tried to get it out of the zone, batted ahead by Wells. Tikkanen to Noonan for the sharp angle shot that went wide and comes all the way out.
That's the goaltending the Flyers have been looking for, Sam.
Yeah.
What Soderstrom gave the Flyers on that flurry. It just hasn't been there for the last month or so.
He was trying to clear. Shot went wide. Karpovtsev broke his stick, and Renberg got a chance. Played in front. Tikkanen's got it. Can't clear. Renberg again. Hooked ahead by DeMaio. Recchi into the corner. Karpovtsev without a stick. Puck deflected to Bowen. His shot blocked by Wells. DeMaio turns. Back pass to Galley. He shoots and it's blocked. Kyprios gets to the puck, slides it down the ice. Penalty call.
A high sticking call on the Rangers. Brian Noonan will get it, I believe. Karpovtsev lost his stick. The Flyers fed on that like a bunch of sharks. Actually, it's a Flyers penalty, maybe. No, it's not. Pardon me.
He's pointing to Brian Noonan.
Kaharski was checking to see if there was an injury on the play. On the high stick. I don't know where it happened. See if it's in front. I don't know. There's a blocked shot. Well, there's where the player got clipped. That was Jason Bowen. It's a shot wide by Renberg, who's had a couple of good scoring chances here in the third period. Kaharski checked out to see if there was an injury. The player Bowen, there wasn't, so it's a 2-minute minor.
Noonan for high sticking at 8:39. Flyers' fifth power play of the game. They're 1 for 4. 2-2 the score, and right now I'd have to say, John, the Rangers are in trouble.
Well, they're hanging on. Hanging on. I guess the ace for them right now is the way Mike Richter's played in the third period. First half of the power play, or 2/3 of the power play, the key for Philadelphia and the Rangers, knowing that the big units on the ice, Recchi, Lindros, Brind'Amour, potentially 3 100-point players this season. That's
Galley
big. And the other thing is, Sam, that Galley will really move in and out. He'll move all over the place.
Messier won the draw up and to the puck. Lindros moves it to Brind'Amour. He's checked there by Bukaboom. Messier's got it. Messier, Graves. Leach and Bukaboom for the Rangers. Stopped by Galley. Behind the net, Lindros. Out to Galley. Down the corner, Brind'Amour. Brind'Amour moving with the puck. Back pass to Recchi. Save. Rebound. Lindros wide. Missed the net. He had Richter down. Recchi's got it. Now Gary Galley. Across one time. Save. Richter with a blocker. Off Racine shot. Messier clears the zone.
One of the best-looking power plays in the league with that unit on the ice.
Brind'Amour again for Lindros. Here he goes. Leach is there to check him. Brind'Amour moves over in front. Recchi left it for Galley. Pass Lindros to Brind'Amour. Checked by Leach in front. Graves intercepts. Graves clears all the way down. 2-2 the score. Flyers now out shooting the Rangers 23-16. 1 minute to go on the power play for Philadelphia. Sent in by Recchi. Mark Lamb has come on with DeMaio. Recchi stays on. So does Galley and Racine. Lamb able to get it to Recchi. Recchi behind the net. Puts it in front. DeMaio was checked. Galley's got the puck. Mark Lamb looking. Recchi checked by Zubov. Galley moves it to Racine. Back to Galley. His shot wide. Couple on the boards. DeMaio back to Racine with 30 seconds left in the power play. DeMaio holding. In the corner, Lamb. Back pass comes to Racine. Lamb behind the net. Lamb out in front. Off a stick of Recchi as Zubov had him checked.
Yes.
Zubov cleared.
Real good checking job by Zubov. Recchi stayed out almost a full 2 minutes. He goes off now, only 8 seconds left on the power play. Galley, the two defensemen stayed out. Man, Recchi must be a well-conditioned athlete to stay out that long.
Around the boards, Richter lets it go. Leach with a hip check. Back on is Noonan. Team's at full strength. Flyers 1 for 5 on the power play. Big kill, big chance was when Lindros had the rebound in an open net, but he missed.
That angle, yeah. He missed on the forehand side. That's 3 times he's missed the net this game on key chances for him. He's been there. He's played well, but 3 times he's missed the net.
Now Gunas moves it. Leach steps up to take it back. Chased by Conroy. Leach centers off the stick of Soderstrom. Dave Tippin with the puck. 8:50 to go in the third. Tied 2-2. Icing waved off. Boom plays the puck. Conroy is there reversed to Leach. Moronic forechecking for Philadelphia. On the scoreboard, the Devils have a 5-2 lead in the third period over Montreal as they go for their 4th win in a row. 7th game without a loss. Graves got knocked down in the collision. The whistle stops play. Icing called on the Rangers. 8:34 to go. Back at the Spectrum in Philadelphia, where the Flyers have scored the only goal of the third period, and Mike Keenan's team hanging on with only 3 shots on goal, and that came in a 5-second flurry.
Yeah, they had 1 scoring chance or 1 flurry of chances in the third period. And this Lindros out there again.
Zettler shoots. Save. Richter looking for the rebound. It's cleared into the corner. Lindros back to Zettler. He steps up. He shoots. Save. Richter. He's without a stick. Yeah. Rangers come out with a puck.
That's
Richter gets the stick
great
back.
play by Richter. He used his blocker. He got his blocker down to the ice surface in place of his stick.
Graves, backhander, stopped by Soderstrom. Yves Racine plays the puck for Philadelphia. He's had a strong game. Goes past Brent Fedek. Kevin Lowe takes over. Coming down to 8 minutes remaining. Third period. Tied at 2. Brind'Amour with both goals for the Philadelphia Flyers. Alexei Kovalov and Matteau have scored for the Rangers, and Soderstrom gets there before Glenn Anderson to smother the puck.
An alert play by the Flyer netminder after a very alert play by Mike Richter. Richter lost his stick. The Rangers can't win any draws in their own zone. Here's the puck moving across, and a good read by Soderstrom as he got control of the puck. This again, Richter will make the save here off the draw. He'll lose his stick through traffic. Right here. Now watch him get up, and as he drops down, he takes his blocker, puts it right down on the ice surface. There. Good save. Good smart save to take away the low shot. With the stick out of there, the defenseman who shot the puck kept it low, which was a very smart play.
Kovalov with Matteau and Larmer. Kovalov against Recchi. Recchi wins the draw. Larmer got to the puck. Boom trying to keep it in. Couldn't do it. DeMaio trying to break by him. Jason Bowen steps up to get it. Give it away to Leach. Larmer moves it off the skate of Matteau. Barry Galley's pass across was tipped. Puck bounces off the glass. Boom has it. Things have quieted down here in the Spectrum. Let's go. They're being quite raucous. Kovalov knocked down, but he's onside. Penalty is called on the Flyers. Rangers get a power play. Delayed penalty.
It was a penalty, but I didn't think that Kaharski would call it since it wasn't a scoring chance in a tie game late.
Here comes Messier. Nice move into the Flyers zone to the net. Larmer, the pass tipped. Bounces down. Larmer didn't see it. Now the whistle will blow, and the Rangers will go on a power play. with 7:01 to go in the third.
Jason Bowen takes the penalty. Kovalov's in behind. There's a shove, and it's called cross-checking. And I really didn't think Kaharski would call that. Rangers will take it. It is a penalty, but being it's late in a tie game, I thought maybe he would just call a penalty on a scoring chance. Anyway, the Rangers take it. Power play with 7:01 to go. And they've had, again, very little offense.
Bowen for cross-checking at 12:59. It gives the Rangers their 4th power play of the game. They're 1 for 3. Kovalov scored in the first period. Rangers send out Messier, Graves, and Noonan with Zubov and Leach.
That means if this unit doesn't score, Sam, they can come right back with Matteau, Kovalov, and Larmer, the other unit.
Good win by Messier. Zubov moving with the puck, turning. Here's Leach. Winds up, shot, score! Brian Leach! It's a power play goal! And for the 3rd time in the game, the Rangers lead. It's 3-2.
The Rangers had trouble winning draws in their own zone, but they certainly win one here. Right off the draw, the Rangers take control. What a brilliant shot, accurate shot, low inside the goalpost by Brian Leach. Messier wins the draw. Noonan goes to the net. Graves goes to the net. Zubov takes his time, and look how accurate this is with Graves in front. Soderstrom did not see it, and the accuracy of the shot was perfect. The Rangers lead with their 2nd power play goal, this one by Leach.
Sergei Zubov is now 3rd in the league in power play assists. Brian Leach comes up with his 21st goal on that shot, and the Rangers have a 3-2 lead with 6:40 to go. 2 power play goals for the Rangers. And it's been a big story all year long for this team. 93 power play goals this season for the Rangers. They have the most power play goals in the league. Leach takes it away. Now Lamb knocked it down. Flyers come out with it. Baranek. 6:25 to go. 3rd period. Messier and Zubov getting the assists on the Leach goal on the power play. Leach with a goal and an assist in the game. Leach has the puck. Slides it ahead in the Flyers zone. Yuskevich going back for it.
On the power play, Glenn Anderson was not on the ice. Ryan Noonan was there. As soon as the power play goal was scored, Anderson was back with Mark Messier and Adam Graves. Mike Keenan doing a little bit of juggling. Good face-off win by Messier to help lead to the goal.
Brind'Amour sending it in deep. Puck along the boards. Racine digging for it. Kovalov lost it to Brind'Amour. Now Matteau kicks it back into the corner. Lindros goes for it against Zubov.
These guys are tough, Sam. Brind'Amour and Lindros. Oh, there's a stick by Lindros.
Kovalov got clipped. Nothing called on the play. Kovalov holding his eye. Gets his glove. He's without a stick. Kovalov still shaking, but play is continuing. Now the puck slides out of the zone. Kovalov goes back to get his stick. A couple of sticks all over the ice. One along the boards, one in the corner, one broken stick in center ice. The whistle stops play with 5:17 to go in the third. Rangers leading. Well, still looks a little dazed on the bench.
Yeah, he worked pretty hard, as did I was talking about Lindros and Brind'Amour. They're so big along the boards. Now Kovalov will dart in for the loose puck, and Lindros, his stick goes up the arm, and the blade catches Kovalov on the side of the mouth. I think in looking at that, Flyers are fortunate that Lindros didn't get the high sticking call.
Lowe shoots it back in. Noonan along the boards to play it. Noonan with Tikkanen and Gilbert. Tikkanen tied up. Galley is there. Recchi is there for Philadelphia. Noonan against Galley, who kicks it around the boards, but Gilbert gets to it. Yuskevich on him. Rob DeMaio will play it for the Flyers. Under 5 minutes to go in the third. Rangers, who have never trailed in the game, leading 3-2. It's 1-0, 2-1, now 3-2. Leach from Zubov and Messier at 13:06, a power play goal. Giving the Rangers the lead. Giveaway, DeMaio is stopped again. 2 saves and then it's scored. Renberg on the rebound. A bad giveaway by the Rangers, and the Flyers have tied it for the 3rd time.
Well, Mike Richter did everything he could. DeMaio was robbed twice, and Renberg finally scores a giveaway when the Rangers tried to make an extra pass in the zone instead of just worrying about getting it out. It's dumped in. Richter does a good job, gets back there, and Zubov has the puck. Now he tries to go up the middle with the puck. It's intercepted. 1 save, 2 saves, and then the 3rd shot finds its way right through the legs. And we're tied up at 3 with 4:37 to go. Zubov looked, and he was forced. That was actually a real good forechecking play by the Flyers, as he was forced by the initial forward on the dump in, and the Flyers tie it up late.
Two terrific saves by Richter before Renberg gets his 36th. At 15:23, DeMaio gets the assist. Renberg has now tied the Flyers record for most points by a rookie.
15 minutes, 23 seconds.
Record. There's Racine with the puck. 4:20 to go. Racine centers, and the shot gloved side of the net. Went off the glove of Richter and around the net. Negros got that shot off quickly. Richter stops the puck, then moves it to Bukaboom, swings it up the boards for Anderson, across the grave, knocked away from him. Leach picks it up. Leach moves in. Try to beat Racine. Soderstrom plays it aside. Good hit by Anderson on Fedek. Rob Zettler with a puck and 3:50 to go in the third. 3-3 to score. Leach swinging it around the boards. Yushkevich gets there to keep it in. Plays it down low, knocked away by Leach. From Brindamore. Comes loose to Dineen. Backhander blocked.
Lindros wide open in front. Rangers can't afford to run around it all.
Stuart Malgunas back to play the puck. Flex out of the zone. Zubov back to get it. 3:20 to go in the third. Zubov for Matteau. Took a hit from Malgunas. Yushkevich moves it ahead for Baranek. Kevin Lowe is helped from Zubov. Moves it around to Steve Larmer. Larmer leaves it for Kovalov. Kovalov moves in with Larmer and Matteau. Kovalov shoots wide around the net. Lowe swings it back behind the net, and Kevin Dineen is there. Up the boards and all the way out. And this will be an icing on the Flyers.
Interesting play by Larmer coming out of his own zone, Sam. Gary Galley, the defenseman, pinched, and Larmer, who's a left-handed shot over on the right side, a lot of times to go to the middle of the ice instead of out along the boards, and he did that. It completely trapped Gary Galley, and the Rangers had the 3-on-2. Kovalov missed the net on the shot. Larmer is very deceptive at coming out of the zone when he has the puck up towards the defenseman. Very deceptive.
2:46 remaining in the third. Game tied 3-3 as the Flyers answered back after Leach scored the power play goal. Renberg getting the tying goal. Came a minute and 17 seconds after the Rangers had scored. Recchi won another faceoff from Tikkanen. Seems like he's beaten him most of the night.
The face-off the Rangers won that led to their power play goal, but the Flyers have been tough with draws.
Yeah, that was Messier who won that face-off.
Shots are 30-18 in favor of Philadelphia.
Tikkanen with the puck. The chase is on. Soderstrom plays it to the boards. Flyers able to clear. Rangers have to go back to get it. Very well. Recchi after him. Long pass for Gilbert. Can't control. Recchi trying to take it back. Now Gilbert has it.
Every dump in, they're sending the first man deep. They're really going for it here. First man deep. Doesn't matter who it is. And that helped them on the turnover that led to the tying goal.
Noonan, good play on Galley. Good play by Brian Noonan, tying up Galley deep in the Flyers zone. Fedek trying to move. Graves slowing him down. Messier takes it away. Now it's played by Malgunas. Up the boards for Recchi with 1:48 to go in the third. Tied 3-3. Leach going back for it. Brindamore picked off by Bukaboom. Leach away with the puck. Graves for Messier. Messier's hit by Zettler. Anderson and Yushkevich for the puck. Graves backhander is stopped by Soderstrom. Leach has the puck. Messier against Zettler. Anderson moves in. Anderson back pass to Leach. Leach across the Bukaboom. Sends it toward the net. Deflected wide. Messier still tied up with Zettler. Trying to come out in front. Trying to feed Graves. He was taken down on the play. And Brindamore clears the zone, but gave it away to Leach with 1:05 to go. Off the leg of Soderstrom. Yushkevich back to play it. 1 minute left in regulation time. Tied 3-3. Brindamore comes in. Low back to the puck. Moves it around to Kovalov with 50 seconds. Kovalov long pass to Larmer. He's got Matteau with him. Larmer shoots and it's blocked. And a stick is broken. Larmer's stick.
Great pass out by Kovalov to Larmer. Racine got across.
That shot score! Alexei Kovalov! With 36.7 seconds to go, Kovalov does it again. Ripping a high shot past Tommy Soderstrom. And the Rangers lead 4-3.
You know, I didn't think anything was going to happen on the play after Kovalov led the puck out of the zone with a brilliant pass. Right on the tape for Larmer. And Larmer had his stick broken, the shot blocked, and I thought the Flyers would control the puck, but no. The Rangers continued to persevere, and a great shot by Kovalov. Here's the puck way back in the Rangers zone. Kevin Lowe on it. Now watch Kovalov get the puck. Look at this pass. You tell me that's not a beauty. Oh baby, it doesn't get any better. There's where the shot's blocked, stick's broken. I thought game over. Matteau works in. He'll go in and dig the puck out from Larmer and feed Kovalov. Look at this shot. Oh, man. That's a shift that tells you the talent that this kid has and what he can do. The pass out of the zone, the reception of the pass with his skate, and a quick shot to the top corner. Oh, baby, what a play.
What do you mean game over? We still
No,
have
I mean puck in the net is what I meant. It's
there it is. Look at this.
36.7 from
Here's
being
the
over.
break. There goes the stick.
Now watch,
Whoa.
Matteau goes right in behind. Now he realizes he's got to help Steve Larmer. Larmer battles. The puck's out. Now look at how Kovalov kicks the puck ahead, and bingo, top corner. Brilliant play all the way up ice.
So for the fourth time in the game, the Rangers lead. Kovalov second of the game and 19th of the season at 19:23. Matteau with the assist, and the Rangers a 4-3 lead.
Kovalov drew the penalty, which led to the goal that gave the Rangers the 3-2 lead. Then it's 3-3 now. The goaltender is on the bench. 6 attackers on the ice for Philadelphia.
Flyers net is empty. Lindros won the draw. Galley sends it in. 30 seconds to go. Vukovic back to the puck, drives it around the board. Rangers have Messier, Gravesend, Larmer. Brind'Amour toward the net, slid it right through the crease. Racine got it. Moves it to Brind'Amour. Brind'Amour checked by Messier. Leach looking for the puck. 15 seconds to go. Cleared out by Graves, but he put it up into the crowd.
Brind'Amour, Lindros, they are so big. When they get the puck deep in your zone and you have to battle them along the boards, it's a major undertaking to control the puck when these guys are forechecking. Adam Graves with a nice play to knock the puck with his stick, hopefully out of the zone for him, but it didn't. It went into the stands.
12.9 seconds remaining in the third period. Rangers leading 4-3.
Now on this play, will the Rangers try to, when the puck's dropped, go ahead with the puck, try and force it out of the zone? Lindros has been very good at drawing the puck back. Will he try to go forward? He's now discussing what he'll do on the draw with Galley and Racine, the two defensemen. So you would think with that discussion, he's thinking about pulling it back. I may be dead wrong, but that may be what he's thinking. Rangers now shuttle their players to try and get everybody set. 4 men up on the line, Sam.
Yeah.
Zubov may move up to where Renberg is. Yes, now he does, and Leach drops back. So everybody up front's covered. Ooh,
Lindros went forward, pushed toward the net. Shot is a save by Richter. Lindros gets to it with 5 seconds. It's out of the zone, and the Rangers will win.
How about that play by Lindros? Made like an offensive center in football, just went straight ahead. His teammates got the puck. The shot was there, and Richter has tied Eddie Giacomin for a career-high 37th win with a great save late.
The Rangers win it 4-3 as Mike Richter is now unbeaten in his last 4. 3 wins and a tie, 3 wins in a row. 37 wins this season for Mike Richter. Ties the New York Rangers team record for the most wins by a goaltender in the season, previously held by Eddie Giacomin. The Rangers win 4-3, and one last chance for the Flyers here.
Straight ahead, the offensive line. Puck towards the net, and sure enough, you'll see the puck drop back. There's the shot, and a good save by Mike Richter. My goodness, Lindros with a very creative play. Rangers end a very successful road trip.
Oh, absolutely.
3-1-1. And I have to say here, watching this game, Flyers, who've been given up for dead, they battled pretty hard in this game.
Here's the Discover Card game summary. Alexei Kovalov, 2 goals. He has a 7-game point-scoring streak with 6 goals in the last 7. Stefan Matteau with his 3rd goal as a New York Ranger in 5 games. Brian Leach had a goal and an assist. Rod Brindamore with 2 goals on the season now has 31. Michael Renberg with his 36th goal. But the Rangers defeat the Flyers for the 3rd time this season in 4 meetings. 4-3 is the final as the Rangers hang tough in the 3rd period. The Flyers tied them, but the Rangers won it late. We'll be right back. Big win for the New York Rangers as they will maintain the point tie with the New Jersey Devils and maintain the lead because of more wins. The Delta Airlines player of the game with 2 goals, Alexei Kovalov, a power play goal and the game-winning goal as he continues to sparkle. And that line, an excellent line put together by Mike Keenan of Alexei Kovalov, Stefan Matteau, and Steve Larmer.
A little bit of everything there, Sam. You've got 2 very talented wingers who can play along the boards as well as score. And you've got Kovalov, who's becoming just a terrific passer. I'm really impressed with the way he's moved from the wing, where he didn't like to pass the puck too much, quite honestly, and the teammates would be open and he wouldn't move it. Now all of a sudden he's put at center ice. His ice time's probably tripled, and he's difficult to hit. When he does get hit, he draws penalties, and then his pass work is something to behold. And then you see him make plays like he did on the goal. It's fun to watch talent play so well.
Right now it's time for our MCS Cannon great teamwork moment. Take a look at this on the goal.
See, the Rangers work all the way from their own zone. And the initial pass here by Kovalov is really something. That thing had to travel 100 feet. Well, 75. And then when nothing happens here, the Rangers persevere. Larmer battles without a stick in the corner. Matteau will read that the battle's on. He'll fish the puck out before he's hit, make a nice pass right to Kovalov, and he has to handle the puck off the skate, and then he just got his entire body weight behind the shot right into the top corner for the game winner.
Great teamwork on that. Cannon Technology and MCS Service. One is a great reason to buy the other. And joining us live in the studio is the hometown man. He likes to play in Philadelphia, and he picks up the record win, the record-tying win. Mike Richter, congratulations on the 37th win of the season.
Thanks, guys.
How'd you feel out there?
I felt good. Yesterday we had a day off, just, you know, as we were fogged out from coming back to New York, and I was really getting some good practices in on this road trip. I actually enjoyed the road trip because I could just focus on what I needed to do, get good rest, surprisingly, and go to practice and work real hard. And yesterday it disappointed me to not have it, and I felt a little bit, I don't know, lethargic this morning. I think all the guys stayed in bed. We had a big meal last night, and it took us a period to get into the rhythm tonight.
Mike, I remember early in the road trip, you told me that against, I think it was Chicago, which you lost at home, you said you had trouble finding your net. Now, here in watching this game, your lateral movement was as good as I've seen in a long time. How did you feel about it? And explain about having trouble finding your net.
Yeah, I really do think that's key. It's, you know, forwards talk about timing when they miss some games where they haven't gotten a lot of practice in or whatever. They know where the net is without looking. They can receive a pass and just shoot it. They have a hunch where the goalie's leaning and they shoot to where he's not. As a goaltender, it's the same thing. You have a hunch where the shooter is shooting. You lean to where he's going. And when a puck misses the net, you know by how much. You know when you're out of the net and you get hit, you can turn around and get back. And I've been working on my movement a little bit. It can improve, but I just think I've gotten some solid practices in. I've gotten into the rhythm of games, and I feel a lot better than I did, say, 2 weeks ago even. And so it's the right time of year to start getting things together. I can improve a lot more, but I feel like I am.
Well, how sharp do you feel you are as we head toward the playoffs, Mike? 7 games away from the end of the regular season. Would you say you're playoff sharp right now?
I would expect that if the playoffs started today, I'd be ready, but I think I can improve, and so I'm glad that we have as many as 7 games left, and I do believe with a lot of hard work, I'm going to be in better shape, but just my timing will be that much better, and I can only say I look forward to it, and I'm going to savor every one of these 7 games to get myself prepared.
Mike, tell us about Kovalov. If you have we're running out of time here, but tell us about his shot. He's scoring almost every game, and he's really been terrific with his shot. How is it in practice?
It's never been better than this, but I tell you, it's never been bad. This kid, you see how he does all the little whoop-de-doos and everything else, but he's a 6'1", 200-pound, made out of muscle kid. I mean, he's just strong as an ox, and he can fire the puck. You just don't see him do it that often. And now he's taking the initiative, like you saw in Winnipeg. He moves off the boards and unleashes an unbelievable shot, short side. He can do this. I think he's just turning into a better all-around player. People forget he's young, and they expect such things of him because they see him do all kinds of dipsy-doodling, but now he's playing a solid game, and the puck's going in the net, fortunately.
Mike, congratulations on a fine game and on tying Eddie Jockman for the team record for wins.
Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot.
Mike Richter, fine game, fine win. Guests receive the American Express gift check. Think of it as a universal certificate that can be used to buy anything just about anywhere. Gift checks are available where American Express traveler's checks are sold. New York Rangers have defeated the Philadelphia Flyers by the score of 4-3. Back with more in just a moment. 47 wins, 101 points for the New York Rangers. Time to look at the goal of the game, brought to you by Budweiser. Fresh, pure, natural. Proud to be your Bud. And cleared by Messier. Races on. Messier gets to the puck. Moves in. Score! 18,472 on their feet at Chicago Stadium. Larmer goes towards Belfour. He scores! Oh, baby! Low back to the puck. Moves it around to Kovalov with 50 seconds. Kovalov, long pass to Larmer. He's got Matt Coe with him. Larmer shoots, and it's blocked. And a stick is broken. Larmer's stick.
Great pass out by Kovalov to Larmer. Racine got across.
That shot, score! Alexei Kovalov! With 36.7 seconds to go, Kovalov does it again. Ripping a high shot past Tommy Soderstrom. And the Rangers lead 4-3. And with the win, the Rangers at 101 points. The New Jersey Devils with a win over Montreal, also at 101 with 7 games remaining. Some of our guests received gifts from Bulova. Make every minute count with timeless elegance and precision design. The Marine Star collection from Bulova. Rangers are off until Friday night when they return home to take on the Dallas Stars. You can see it on MSG1. Beginning with Sports Desk at 7 o'clock, followed by Game Night, and then the Rangers and the Dallas Stars. For John Davidson, producer Joe Whalen, director Bill Webb, this is Sam Rosen. So long, everyone.